Hey, I get good reviews
That
for
shit
that.
reminds me of that fucking pimp. That pimp book was out of control.
Oh yeah,
Them dudes were out of control with them chicks.
who was
18 and 19. Iceberg Slim.
Iceberg Slim. It was
18 and 19.
That was the golden year.
Those are the years of the girls that they were picking.
Yeah. 18, 19.
Yep.
Big enough to be considered women. Young enough to still be considered dumb.
Yep.
Moldable.
What killed it was the war.
Vietnam.
That's what killed it, because once we went to war, when we came back, women started demanding rights. Actually, while we were at war.
God damn it.
Women demanded rights. So when we came home, they were working. They were part of the working class. So they were like, I don't need a whore for money.
Yeah.
I'm worth something. God damn it.
Got a pension now.
Yeah.
Freedom. That's who knew war could be good?
Who knew war could do some good?
Meanwhile, the niggas is coming back home with all kind of malaria, HIV.
And children.
Dying out young. Different times. We on yet?
Not yet.
Mm-hmm. Take a
Yo,
tab.
this video was funny as hell. The boy walked in the T-Mobile store.
I saw that shit.
This is Cabo when he loses his fucking mind. He said, stop selling no phone to the fucking federal government. The T-Mobile store. He walks outside. Yo, my niggas.
Yo.
Where's he at that he needed the coat on his head,
Oh,
though?
shit.
That's Cabo when he's when he's
When
done.
I snap.
5G will kill us all.
Cabo's going, yo, stop fucking selling my
Oh, shit. Walking up to AT&T's and Apples and shit.
No.
Yo, stop selling these phones to the feds. I know you doing it.
Nobody else gonna do this shit. I'm gonna do this shit.
Oh, nobody sees
One
this shit?
kiosk at a
That's
time.
Cabo. Nobody sees this shit? Nobody? Just me, huh?
Coppers in the mall knocking
One
over
right.
Sprint kiosk.
Go Tupac on it. Put the table
Fuck
over.
you, kiosk.
Oh, these Obama phones, huh? Yeah, the feds ain't tapped into these. Fucking right.
There was a time you can get a free cell phone. Is that true? Can you still do that?
Obama
Yeah, I
phone
think you still
around?
can.
Still around.
Yeah,
It ain't Obama phone now, but
They kept that?
still
I
around.
think you can still get them. I see
I
them
see 'em-
downtown.
What
They're in
does
front
that
of DHS on Elmwood Ave.
What does that mean?
They get a cell phone. They get the flip phone.
Huh?
Yeah.
Somebody
Universal
give you-
Health Care,
people
get
that-
that shit out of here. But
people
y'all
that
niggas still need a cell phone.
applying
Yeah,
for, like,
keep that.
Welfare and stuff like that, and other type of services from the Department of Health.
They can get cell
I think you can apply. You can apply. I don't know if you automatically get it, but I think you can apply for it.
All right.
They be all over Kennedy Plaza. The people giving them out. Or I don't know what it is, but I know that they're supposedly free. So I don't know.
Nobody's ever walked up to me and handed me nothing. I'd take a cell phone right now just because. little trap phone.
I do. This is start of
Nah,
my
but
bad credit.
they're selling it?
1998. I'm on college campus at Rick in Bank, Boston.
They're
Hey,
selling these
young
things?
man, would you like a credit card?
Oh.
What is that? Come my way.
Mhm.
Absolutely, sign me up for that.
Shit sound like Iceberg Slim.
Yeah, that sound like
About 18,
Oh,
19.
listen, they pimped the shit out of me, boy. There's
Exactly.
swiping that thing, swiping that. Oh, the monthly payments, huh? I'm gonna pay those.
you gotta pay that back.
And I
What you
want
think I needed the
25%.
credit card for? You get a monthly payment?
And I want 25% of that.
And they want 25%.
Yeah.
I feel like I got extremely lucky and fortunate in college because,
And I said,
I don't know why.
I said Bank Boston, by the way.
yeah, it was, it had to be. Maybe Capital One of them.
'Cause
But the limit was
I
so
think
low.
Fleet bought out Bank Boston, and the Bank of America bought
Out Fleet. Yep.
Right.
Yeah, my limit was so low that I only fucked it up for like $500. By the time they added the fees and the collections and all of that shit, it was like $1,200. But whatever.
Right. Yeah.
$1,200 ain't bad. I know some people walking out of their third year of college, $30,000 in credit card debt with no classes on it.
Damn.
No classes on it.
No classes, no books, no nothing.
Damn.
You didn't buy a book with that? Nah.
Yeah, with that said, at what age do you get your kid a credit card?
Sean has one.
Has one, right?
Yeah.
What's up, Joey? No.
Well, my son's not old enough yet.
He's not-
Nah, absolutely not.
He don't have a driver's license yet.
My son's 12.
Driver's
13.
license, that's a
12.
requirement?
Nah, it's not a requirement, but I mean that's the pursuit right now.
Okay.
That's what he's pursuing.
You need to
So-
be able to get to work. To pay off this credit card bill. All right, I
Get to
that.
work. Yeah.
Yeah.
But the 12. See, I don't know if I have a limit yet. I feel like
He's too young. He does. Okay, so maybe this is where I failed because I'm not teaching him financial responsibilities yet. Because
Ellie has a prepaid card,
okay, see,
a prepaid.
so we put the money on the card. But and this is her learning. No, just because you have $50 don't mean we're going to Target today and spending all $50.
So how do you? We're on, by the way. How do you get her out of that habit?
She doesn't have the
That
card
shit runs
physically in
out.
her possession, and it runs out. So she does spend it. I tell her we can go to Target. You can blow the whole 50, and that's it, right? But allowance goes on that. So weekly allowance,
Yep.
we put that on the card.
Yeah, I think I like that approach.
Yeah.
Just get used to the swipe. Because the swipe is exciting.
It is.
Charge it to the
She
game.
loves it.
nigga. Yeah, I mean,
She
Damn, that's the problem
He's
though.
always had an account.
The-
We just got him a debit card. So
Okay.
now he has a debit card.
All right.
Debit
I don't
card's
think it's tied to like a Visa. It's not like
just a bank account.
it's just a bank account card. It's a bank card.
Oh, no
fucking
Visa,
bank
no
is
Visa
that?
logo on
No,
it?
no.
Littlefoot
Not
Bank.
yet,
of-
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Little-
All right.
Oh, okay.
I'm not judging you. I'm just
Nah, I feel you. I
not
just,
judging you.
for the same reasons that we sit here and talk about how that freshman, sophomore year of college, you got solicited. You got to come on in. We can give you all this money at a very low rate this month. And then the APR jumps up to like 29%. But like deer in the headlights, eyes wide open with that offer. Like, yeah, I got a credit card.
Yeah.
As opposed to growing up with one where it's like not a big deal. Like, duh.
Yeah.
Right.
I've had a credit card since I was like 14, bro. Since I was driving, I had
Like
a
I had a
credit card.
bank account, I had the bank book, I had checks and balances and all that, but just never. I didn't even have I had an ATM card. I didn't have a debit card.
Oh, you brought it back to the passbook savings again.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's funny.
but it's like you don't
I
read those.
definitely have one of those.
You don't read those. You don't read those disclosures and agreements that the bank gives you. You don't read that fine print.
Oh, nobody
No.
does.
Because I know that from working at the bank.
No.
So yeah, I'm sorry. We do value as a customer, but it states here. I didn't read that fucking shit.
Right.
That's on you. It's fucked up, but
We told you it was 3 months at this introductory rate. Month 4, that shit quadrupled.
I think the fucked up part is I said we value as a customer, but
But
You know
you
who
ain't getting that money back.
you know who you'll fuck up
You
with?
ain't getting that.
Who's it? American Express? Because they want all their money at the end of the month.
They want it all.
Mm-hmm. Whatever your balance has got to be at 0 at the end of the month.
at the end of the month, 0 balance. Wow.
Ain't no carrying charge, no interest.
Nah,
dog.
I'm gonna need that.
Mm-mm.
I'm gonna need that.
I need all that, dog.
Mm.
The penalties just get outrageous. Outrageous.
Hey, we're
Hey.
live. We're
There it
live.
is.
95?
Yes.
Growing Pains, episode
I've moved to
95.
100, man.
What is going on?
We did say
fellas?
100 would come
Yeah.
quick.
we
And it's
did.
coming.
We did say that.
It's coming.
We
And
said
it'll
that
be-
like 64.
Our goals are crushed.
Yeah.
Probably because of Corona.
Maybe we can live stream if we can figure that out in 5 weeks. We
Live
won't have an
stream.
audience, but just live stream the podcast. We go live. Let people chime in.
Yep. Yep.
It's not a bad idea. I like it.
not a bad
have
idea.
people have beef with us like Reem used to have.
Yep.
On what?
I don't know.
What do you mean?
I just do it out.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
We would need like a laptop set up or something, right?
All right.
It's gonna be a lot of figuring out because I don't.
Yeah.
Who got the number to versus?
Oh no, they've been fucking up.
That's what I'm saying. If they've been fucking up, then we can build off their
Their
mistakes.
sound's been wow. That Jagged Edge 112 was
Well, you can go what Facebook. I don't like Facebook, but Facebook Live, right? You can do that.
yeah. We can. We're better
Okay.
than that. We're experts.
We are experts,
Yeah.
but not at this.
What's up with the shooter? You don't know that? This
We
stuff.
could find out.
Eddie might know.
Tim Matt.
Yeah.
Can't stop.
Yeah.
He's in the group chat.
He is in the
We
group.
have
chat.
to
He-
put
he
Eddie
is
in
there.
capital
Yeah,
letters.
Eddie.
Eddie. We're talking
Hey,
to you.
never
He doesn't-
reply to
he won't
anything
respond
in the group
otherwise.
chat.
He got that on mute like a mother.
Yo.
100%.
We may have to tag Eddie a couple times.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Disrespect him one time. Say some power shit about him.
5 more. Well,
5
it's-
more
well,
to
well,
100.
It's opening up. Isn't Monday's phase 2?
Monday's phase 2.
What does that
Mhm.
mean? What's phase 2?
Small businesses are open,
Oh.
Barbers.
Barbers, salons,
Yep.
right?
but they still
Do
have.
you have to have a
special,
special?
right?
I feel like you had to register for that though.
Maybe.
Like you had to do some kind of
I know,
like special COVID certification.
Grand Parada, they put their flyer out already. They're open. They're ready for Monday.
Okay.
Like they're not gonna have a problem, right? Because it's just gonna be line
Yeah.
spacing. So many people in that
Barbershop,
one time.
like, how do you?
Yeah, that's gonna be tough.
Barbershop got to be appointment only, right?
Yeah, right. Like,
Yeah.
don't come in yet. Wait in your car. It's almost like curbside service. We'll come out and tell you to come in.
Right.
You know that
You
there
can't
are.
have more. You still can't have more than 10, right?
Do you guys know that there are drive-by strip clubs?
Yeah, I saw a video of that. You drive by it.
That
right?
shit's wild.
They're popping it?
Outside.
Outside. You drive by.
Outside.
It's just
There's
crazy.
poles set up.
How
and
do
they
you-
just
What do you do with the money? Do you throw? Oh man,
Nah.
you throw it at them.
If it's my drive-by strip club, you have to pay upon entry of the car, depending on how many people in it.
like
Because,
a drive-through.
yeah, how many
movie
niggas
theater.
you know at the real strip club just sitting at the bar looking at titties
Yeah.
from a distance? Fine with that.
Right.
Me, I'm niggas sitting at the bar, just fine from a
I
distance.
charge it per car, per individual in the car.
Oh, per individual in the car, per set of
Should be
eyes,
5.
per set of eyes.
Yeah, so you're gonna charge $5, but then what happens to the girl money?
Oh, look, whatever they get tossed, they keep that.
But are you? What
And
are
then-
you
and then
doing?
we- and then we go-
How are you?
Now
How are
we-
you
We're
getting
gonna
it?
Now
look
if
at
you
the
got a
door.
car-
We're gonna look at the door numbers.
Not if you got
Yeah.
a car full of those niggas like you.
You know, at the door we did 1,000 a day, ladies. You know, there's 3 of y'all and there's 1 of me. So 125 a piece, 400 for me. Okay,
I'm dollar
600
bill.
for me. You know what I
I'm
mean?
dollar
Like,
bill.
one of them things. You
No,
know,
DJ gets nothing.
come back tomorrow. Be on time.
He said, who you think you is?
Gonna be
King
trouble.
Capri?
Who you think you DJs with?
All you do is spin records.
Nah, yeah, drive up strip club. I don't know, man.
Yeah, I'm
that's
not
that's
with
when the world got a little desperate for me with
Yeah.
Corona.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like, this still porn.
They gotta work.
I still don't own the.
They gotta
It's
work
still
though.
OnlyFans. You better open the OnlyFans page.
Is it during the day?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
From
Was
what I
it
saw,
The videos I
video.
saw
the
was
video I
daytime.
saw was during the
Daytime.
day.
They had this shit
Damn.
like gated off, like the
Mhm.
drive pathway,
Damn.
like a
It's almost
parade,
like
like a parade.
No
Like-
lie.
like a-
looks
like a zoo?
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh man.
yes, like a
Like a zoo.
Like
Instead
a
of throwing
zoo.
peanuts, you're throwing money.
Like a zoo.
Hell, man. Come on.
That's it. Fucking.
Oh,
Nah, I would actually appreciate. Like,
that's sad.
I'd rather a woman open the OnlyFans page. If you're a stripper, open the OnlyFans page. Don't do that.
So how I'm gonna do that on this Obama phone? Pictures all grainy and shit. I'm open the OnlyFans on Obama phone, dog.
Literally got there's no front facing camera. Shit, she got the flip phone.
This is it. Clack, 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 clack. I'm still not with the OnlyFans shit. I don't get it, man. There's
Yeah,
way
I'm
too
not
much
with it.
porn
I'm not with it either.
That's what I
for
said.
free.
That's what I said. But
But isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy that there is like porn is in abundance, right? But people still pay for it.
They do. All you need is social
in abundance.
media.
Like
Really,
there's women
really.
that are not even doing porn; they're just getting naked,
There are Twitter pages that are free.
making hundreds of thousands of
to
dollars.
to Reem's valid point that I think he made is that not every girl is doing porn, right? So the girl that you like is taking her clothes off. So
If it is Duffy, you're right. If it is Duffy,
I'm still not doing it,
I
but
probably got it.
I can see your point.
you know what? I spend money on
I'm not-
Homescapes,
What the fuck is that?
the video game on your cell
Okay.
phone.
Okay. Yep.
You know, you get to buy like little points and re-ups and shit. It's like $6.99. I get you like 5,500 coins and a couple of trinkets and shit. So I got $6.99 for like a Duffy. One time. One time.
Say it one time.
Say
I got
did
you
it.
one time.
Yeah.
That's it. But if $6.99 only gets me like the back of her knuckles, what am I paying for?
Right.
That's just nuts. This dude's getting rich on it too.
I heard.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't doubt it.
What they doing?
Swinging man meat, dog. Swinging
That's
that
what they doing?
brisket, bro. They doing. Swinging that brisket. Like,
Yeah,
that's
I gotta
be
see
the
if I got
fastest way to
lighting.
the poorhouse for me. Ain't enough brisket over here for me to expect to get paid for it without using it.
Oh, shit.
So
You
you're
said
not
without
gonna.
using it, huh?
I don't get a on site.
But you can.
Pay.
You can. Like people would watch you. Not me. Fuck a girl, and that would be entertainment. So they may pay for that.
Seen that in Amsterdam. That does happen. People pay for that. I might actually understand more than just going to somebody's page and looking at them
That's what I'm
Yep.
saying.
That I might understand more. It's like it's because it's not porn star. You know, it's not a real name. It's just some nobody. Fucking weird.
Yeah.
The whole world is fucked up, and I'm done with this place.
But that does lead me to a question, because we've been talking about this for like 3 or 4 weeks, right? And I don't think that you guys have ever given your stance. So I wanted to ask you guys, where do you guys stand on releasing us into the public during coronavirus? Do you guys think that we should continue to be locked down, or should we be out and moving?
That's tough because we're not doctors, right? And there's so much misleading
Just
information.
go, offer your feeling. How do you feel? Like, how do you feel that
When you
we
say
should-
let us out, you mean like just back to
Back open. Everything open?
Yes.
the way it was? You could sit down in a restaurant.
I think things should open back up with some restrictions, and those that feel the need to have masks should wear masks, but it shouldn't be required.
Okay.
And I also think there should be a public safety announcement or a public health announcement to go along with it, to just show people how to live healthier lives, and maybe
Agreed.
even promote that. Maybe even promote that through changes in agricultural changes, just to make sure that we are prepared for this. This wasn't, from what they say, this wasn't the pandemic that was thought it could be.
Mm.
So we should prepare for that now,
Right.
knowing that we got to this point. So maybe things should change, and things should be altered now to not only put money in your pocket, but also ensure that you're healthy
Mhm.
and you're well prepared for
Because
those types of
even
situations.
during this, like there's some people that don't have the privilege, and I say privilege, meaning don't have the privilege to even practice social distancing, right? If you look at housing projects,
Good point.
right? Some of those we know, 4 or 5 people in a small apartment.
right.
They can't even, they on top of each other, even the housing projects themselves. Like, and so that in itself sucks. Like, we ain't been practicing the whole time because we can't.
Right.
And so we've been around people this whole time. And when I was talking to the director of public housing, she was like, I'm in fear of nice weather, phase 2 comes. Maybe people won't go to the clubs or anything like that, but they're definitely going to be, Chad Brown's going to be popping.
Yeah, we
Like,
outside again.
We're outside. Oh, you say we can go outside? We're outside. And we know, and they're already predicting that once the fall hits again, numbers are going to climb.
Yeah.
I'm really in no rush. Can I say, do I miss like hanging out at Brass Monkey and having a drink and being with the fellas? I'm not in a rush to be outside and to be around people who are just being careless. Like there's some people out there just being careless. Like
That you
just,
don't give a fuck. Yeah.
yeah. And the corona don't apply to me.
Right.
And I know in the beginning,
My God knows my journey.
yeah. I know in the beginning there was a lot of people just like being stubborn to the fact like, nah, this is not gonna last that long. It's a flu. Like we all gonna, you know what I mean? And I think as we started to see the numbers climb and this is serious. But I think there's people not taking it serious, and I don't trust those people that are not taking it serious. So I don't have this.
Bub said he good on the inside.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good.
I'm all for it. I think you both make really valid points. Open it up. Go ahead. Go. But never the way it was. Right? I think it's 2 parts. And they both kind of touch on everything that you guys said, where it's one, I don't know if it should be restrictions as much as it should be distancing. We used to figure out what the max amount is to see how many people we can squeeze in one place because of a fire hazard.
Yep.
Right.
Well, now we have to reconsider that, where it's not fire anymore. We're thinking about social distancing from a
Space,
pandemic.
like a space.
So restaurants open them up, but take half of the tables that were in there out.
Places that can fit 300, 150 now.
150. And I'm still, to your point, Bob, I'm not going.
Yeah.
I'm not going. We went to the bike trail last week, Thursday, and I was fucking flipping out, bro.
Popping, right?
It was Nicholas left. Stop breathing. People walking by you. Move to your right. Get off the road. Get off the road.
So where I
was
live, the
freaking
bike
out.
trail was right, like literally maybe like not even a half a mile from my house. And it was like, I got on there, I was running, and I was like,
Yeah. Did you have a mask? I hope you had a mask.
I
had a mask on.
Because I would have passed out running in a mask, but
That's
like
why I walked.
I didn't think I needed it. I was like, yo.
No, it was.
Now you know why I didn't make it to your barbecue on Saturday. 'cause
But no, this was
Jessica was not having any. She
There
wanted
were
social
seven.
distance.
There were 7 people.
That was 7 too many.
I'm not mad at you about that.
That was 7 too many for her.
Because out there, I was tweaking, and I was just there's so many people, and then you come up on a cluster. So, oh god, it's like 4 or 5 of them motherfuckers. Everybody's dying. Like, it was too much for me. The second point I'd make is to Dave's point about so yeah, y'all can go outside if you want to. I'm not going. It has to start with, and it was Bill. Is his name Bill Maher? He's on HBO. White dude. Dates the black women. Right, his name Bill.
Bill Maher, yep.
And he talks about, this isn't about being Howard Hughes and trapping yourself in a room, pissing in a jar, and trying to avoid disease. It's out there. It's always been out there. It's always going to be out there. But it is about doing the right things to build your immune system, and your immunity's up right now. So to Dave's point about how we should look at agriculture a little differently and what we're consuming, how much,
Absolutely.
what vitamins we are. Because if the only thing you can do now is prep for the next worst thing. And sitting in the house is not prepping for it.
What this allowed me to do was cook more.
Yeah, my boy.
See you out there cooking, Bob. I see you in that
You inspired me.
kitchen,
You inspired me.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Okay, Bob, got
But-
a little seafood thing going up.
Yeah. But it was like it instead of being able to go to a restaurant, I'm really in the mindset like I can make that.
It only takes one time to get it right.
At least I can try and make it.
And go fuck it up too bad.
Yeah, right. And so I'm like, I can make that. And so I agree with that, right? There should be a consistent message out there from Dr. Alexander Scott, like just saying, hey, all right, we're out here, but let's look at these other options we can be using or utilizing instead of just trying to rush into restaurants.
Yep. What you think when you're riding with Jessica?
If she riding on me, I'm riding.
Riding?
I mean, I don't know. I'm. It's tough because there's so much information or misinformation that's out there, however you want to look at it. One week it's don't wear a mask. Another week it's wear a mask. Don't wear a mask because if you have a beard, it's not going to work. Oh, wear a mask because you'll still get it, but you won't give it to me. Like there's so much information that I don't know. I love this quarantine shit. I love being by myself, so it's beautiful to me.
Right at home.
You guys are just joining me. I told you like a couple of weeks ago. You
I
guys
said I've been quarantined.
I've been quarantining, so it's just fun to see you guys doing it now. Misery loves company.
Right.
So, but I don't know. I don't know what the right thing to do is. Like you always hear the people say, "Well, the economy's gonna crumble." I want the economy to crumble. I need this to crumble.
I don't.
I need it to crumble. I need this shit to end.
A lot invested in this economy. I don't want it to crumble, bro.
This guy wants to cripple everything.
We
This guy-
crumble. I don't want to start over.
But that's
There's one thing I did realize. We have some friends and some brothers that don't really run their relationships the way they think they do.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they can't come outside.
Huh?
They can't come outside.
What are you talking about?
Huh?
I think somebody knows what you're talking about. It ain't me. I mean, Megatron tries to tell me where I can and can't go.
I was here.
Kylo was here. I remember that. But
I
you
was
know
here.
what?
Oh, no, it's nobody on the podcast.
No, he's not talking about me.
It's nobody on the
no,
podcast.
no,
It's nobody
no,
on the
no,
podcast. I ain't gonna shout him out. I ain't
man.
gonna shout him out. But
That's
you
what
know,
happened. He's like, I'll bring a bottle. I can't bring no sides. That's what happened. Didn't
Nah,
bring
just-
nothing.
Damn.
It's guys that we ain't seen in a while unless we go to their house.
You can't go in the house because
True. There's one house. There's one house you
There's
can't
one
go
in
to.
particular you're not getting in.
You're not
because
getting
she
in
ain't
the
having
Not
it.
getting in the house.
She's not having it.
She's not having it.
All right, so at what point are you going to be comfortable enough with like a fucking 15, 20 person barbecue?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm comfortable now.
No, you wasn't. You couldn't come on Sunday.
No.
Couldn't go on
Jessica wouldn't allow it to happen. That's a different story. I would have showed up, but she was with me, so She didn't want to go. I was like, all right, well, these guys ain't gonna give me no punani, so I gotta stay with her.
She didn't allow it to
I'm
happen.
gonna call you a punani.
She didn't allow it to happen.
She didn't allow it.
So, but I'm not so much afraid of.
They
think,
said domestic violence went up during the quarantine too.
Yeah,
We see
but
who's
is
getting
that-
beat over there.
is
Why
that-
you have the headband on?
Oh, because
Black ass think you going?
actually, I think it makes me look cuter.
It's a sweatband.
Yeah, so like I think that I'm like girls look at me, they be like, oh,
I'm so glad I don't have my glasses
I put
on right
that
now.
I put the headband on. It's like, oh, he's a cutie. He's a keeper. So that's what it was.
You're a
man.
bad bitch.
I'm a bad bitch.
Oh, Alex is a bad.
With the headband on. With the
man.
headband.
Good thing you don't have the man bun anymore, huh?
I can see why basketball players always have them on. It makes sense now.
Oh, it makes sense.
It makes sense now.
I might need a headband.
I'm trying.
Now that I'm thinking about it, I might need a headband.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna try it.
Pick my shit. I was getting rough up here, bro.
Yeah. What's up with Dale? Where's DMX in y'all list of rappers? Is he?
It's actually good to segue from quarantine and the world falling apart right to DMX.
Perfect. Perfect segue.
Oh no, it flows.
Like of all time?
It flows.
Like of all time.
If Corona Quarantine was a person, it'd be DMX.
Yeah. 100%.
Quarantine would be bad for DMX.
He's so low on my lyricists,
low.
rappers.
Low? Really?
He's low.
The way he's talking, he feels like he's one of the top lyricists.
He's regarded as one of the top rappers.
Rappers.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Lyricists. No.
Is that
And I can see why he thinks
we
that
never
he is.
I don't
He has
think
an
I
energy
don't think
that-
we've ever had the Pac debate. Is he a Pac?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, yeah.
Alright.
And Pac's more lyrical.
Okay, I can agree. I can
I can see how people would debate that.
Yeah, that's a debate. But as far as
But I
like,
see what you're saying.
as far as like energy, right? And
Yeah.
they say what they feel,
Yeah.
and they put it and it rhymes.
Very theatrical.
Yeah.
I believe every rap that he's ever rapped about, that he did it. 1,000. He's one of the
Absolutely.
very few rappers that I believe everything that he
I think
talks
he's
about.
one of the he's definitely one of the realest.
There are no limits on his passion.
No.
No.
He's
limits
cried on
his-
stage.
Yeah.
Many times.
Asthma
Many
attacks
times.
and all of that.
Didn't he kill Jay-Z in that freestyle?
Eh,
The
No?
one,
that's not what we're talking
what
about
was,
here.
what was it, the Up and Smoke tour, whatever that was? No, again, it's not about killing him. Because when you have that much passion and you put that much into your bars,
Okay.
you just come off like this is the illest shit that ever been wrote. Because that nigga feels it so much.
I gotta feel it. Yeah.
You
But
know what I
DMX
mean?
was one of those dudes
It's not whack.
that went
No, he's not whack.
he went diamond. Didn't he go diamond?
Yeah.
And he's fearless.
Like he
Dr.
went
Hell is hot.
worldwide. He went like DMX went
100,000
No,
people.
he's respected in a lot of
Stadium, 100,000.
Yeah.
a lot of people put him in their top 10.
Big. He's high on my list.
He's very high on my list.
Yeah, he's high.
I'm not. No, I'm not. I didn't say he was at the bottom of my like. I like DMX. Always did.
You said top rap lyricist. That's what, because that's what he
What's
was
the
beefing
top
about.
list? What's the top list? Top 20?
If is he in your top 10? Top 20 is not even bad. Just think about our age, right?
It's how do you think about it?
Top
Because
20
to
is not
me,
even our best.
Pun is on my list higher than DMX, though DMX has a larger body of work and
Are you talking about lyricism?
yeah,
I'm taking pun.
yeah. But as
What
far
are we
as
talking
rapper,
about?
are we talking
Wordplay?
lyricist or are we talking rapper?
Wordplay, pun. I'm taking pun.
But which one are we talking here? Are we talking rapper or are we talking lyricist?
talking
Whatever.
overall?
Whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
overall.
talking
Whatever.
because if we're talking overall,
Overall.
then DMX
What
is
do
on
you
my list
think?
higher than Pun.
Okay.
Agreed.
I respect it. So, do you respect the fact that he said Banks is not a lyricist?
I heard that.
Yes.
Ooh.
Here's why.
I may have to disagree with you.
Here's why. Here's why.
Banks.
Banks?
Here's why.
Okay, I'm listening. Go ahead.
Because I don't think DMX knows who Banks is.
You know what? And I believe that.
I don't think
really believe
he's ever listened to a Banks CD.
Yep.
I don't think that at all.
or a mixtape or a G Unit.
Nah, he definitely heard 50's album.
Definitely heard
He's
50.
seen- he's
Definitely
seen
heard
them on
50.
some-
He's definitely
50.
heard 50's
seen him
album.
on
Yeah.
some features,
Yep.
but he
50.
did not buy the Lloyd Banks
Nope.
album.
or heard any of the mixtapes.
And Lloyd Banks is not one of those type of dudes that's in your face.
No, he's not.
No, absolutely
He's the exact
not.
opposite.
So
he's not the most popular rapper.
I can 100 believe that DMX.
So from that standpoint, you believe? Oh, okay.
I 100% believe DMX believes.
He was telling Fat Man Scoop like, "Yo, give me bars right now."
Yo, because I don't know him. He put his ear to the phone.
He said, "Yo, give me bars right now. Give me 6 bars. No, give me 4 bars."
No, I would have played Victory.
That's a good question though.
I would have played Victory.
I would have played Victory.
Victory is when Lloyd Banks became my favorite in G Unit.
But that's not even a. I don't even like that defense. Give me 4 bars. Give me 6 bars. Like right now,
I don't like it, but I like that question.
I
like,
can't think about 6 Black Thought bars. I know it's way better than DMX.
Yep.
I can't.
You know what I mean?
Because I can't tell you the last time I listened to Lloyd Banks.
Question. Okay, so we can't. So now he could follow up with another question. All right, so give me a song that.
You know what I mean? DMX, tell me the albums you listen to of Lloyd Banks.
Yeah.
What 2 albums did you listen to in
Yeah,
detail?
it should be more of a question of DMX. Do you listen to the guy?
Right.
Because at the time, right, Cassidy was hot. And so people were like, yo, Cassidy versus Banks. As far as Banks is definitely highly regarded as one of the best punchline rappers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He had a run.
Like, he had a good...
Crazy.
You know what? Talent unfulfilled.
Right.
Yeah, I think that about Banks.
By whose standards?
By my standards as a fan. I think that he was supposed
What
to...
if he thinks...
Even 50.
What if
50 will tell you.
But what if he thinks that he's... What if he's like, I'm fucking satisfied?
That's what he's saying. He's saying he's fine. He's saying he's satisfied. I get it. But at the same time, you know, not everybody's
He's
born...
saying you want him
Do
more.
you think
Not everybody's born 6'8", 275,
Right.
runs a 4'3".
Look,
So when you have that kind of skill set, you're supposed to maximize it. And in this case, he just reminds me like hoop
I
dreams.
almost look
you know,
at it like... So I think there is a part on the artist where they have to take advantage of the opportunity, right? And maximize what they have in front of them. But 50 always wanted to be the top guy in G Unit.
Well, he was.
But I feel like almost the same thing. This is the conversation we had about Jay-Z, right? Like always being the top guy. There was no other platinum artist on the label.
Cam.
Right. But I don't think...
Yo, State Property didn't go platinum?
No.
No, I don't think so.
But Jay...
Gold.
Cam was
Cam
always a
did.
creeper.
But
though.
Jay... That's
Always
not
creeping into the
Jay,
charts.
right? That's more Dame.
That's right. He was
No,
Rockefeller.
I know. I get that. I agree with you.
Old Dirty
But I'm
Bastard?
talking about like
They signed him for a minute.
That's right. They did sign him.
yeah, they did.
They got him out,
It's
well,
almost
they paid,
like-
they paid for him to get out. They were there when he got out of jail.
It's almost like the Chicago Bulls at the end. And when you look at the banner, if you notice the 1998 team, Robert Parrish is on that.
Oh, shit.
The Chief is on that.
I was in there, dog.
Right? Like I got a ring.
I'm in there.
But no, like almost like I think also as a lead guy, bringing up your talent. Like I think Beanie did some crazy shit because Beanie was out there still shooting people, right? But like young Chris, right? All those guys that could have came up. I don't think Jay harnessed that talent to elevate it to a level where they could have been. But I also think some of it is on the artist, and I'm almost like looking at it the same way with Lloyd Banks, right? Like did 50 like say, hey, no, because I think
I'm only gonna carry you so far.
no, but Jay could. Because Jay did say is it Double XL? I think it was Double XL that Beanie could be the next Biggie.
Yeah.
I'm paraphrasing, but like that's the pedestal he was putting Beanie Siegel on as a lyricist, as a rapper, and so I think that's why I didn't want to use Beanie because I'm
taking
like,
Beanie over DMX too.
oh, absolutely,
A lot.
give me him all day. I still listen to. I
can
still
see
listen
that.
to all of them. The Truth,
I
the
can see
Reason,
that.
The
I'm not
Becoming.
mad at that.
I
I'm
still
not mad
listen
at
to
that.
all those
I'm
albums.
not mad at that, but I'm not taking Beanie over DMX.
No,
I am.
As a rapper, but as a album catalog, I
No.
think his DMX's top 2 albums are better than any 2 albums that Beanie has put together.
Oh, hell yeah.
But full bodies of work, like bar skill. Nah, this boy.
I listened to all 3. His first 3
dark
albums.
and hell
Beanie
is
Siegel.
hot.
Dark as hell.
Dark.
Tell me
No,
something that
Smack-
Beanie has made.
Ain't too many songs after my niggas that you
Dog.
really need to listen to.
I don't know, man.
Which again is not the most lyrical
What's the second
song
album?
ever.
What's the second album?
And then there was X, or that was the third one.
No, that was the third one.
Oh, Flesh of My Flesh.
Flesh
Dog,
of My Flesh.
Get
I
the
love
fuck
Flesh
out
of
of
My
here.
Flesh.
I like all those.
Oh my god,
But
those
I-
1
I
and
could give you-
2s.
I
That's
could
a
give
hard
you
1 and 2
Siegel
punches.
songs,
First
man.
2 albums that came out.
There's Siegel songs that, and I'm not even a thug, but like I'm like, oh,
Fam, this dude was
Like,
covered in blood in the fucking bathtub,
I
and that
get
was his
that.
album cover, B.
I get it.
Again, no, that's the passion
Yeah,
and
that's
the
it, yeah.
aesthetics of it that we can get, I guess, indulged by, but at the same time, he's not that lyrical.
What do
He's
you mean by
more
lyrical?
because he's more a poet than he is.
But isn't that
rapper.
lyric? Isn't that a lyric?
Yeah, but
You know what we mean.
let's just
So-
think about my niggas.
Okay, he's not
My
gonna-
niggas is really do or die. My niggas.
That's a hook.
Some niggas, no, it's the,
That's
whole,
the whole
song.
song.
The whole song. He says that.
But you feel it,
Well,
though.
rap.
You feel it, like
Well, rap.
my nigga. Like
Well, go.
if you had this,
See niggas on their fucking toe.
He's chanting, dog. Let's go.
But you feel it though.
Let's go.
got this, and you're around your niggas,
I'm ready.
Yo,
every word.
yo, if you just got jumped and you were in a car, if you just got jumped and us four
go.
were in a car and that came on,
Let's
niggas
go.
like, yo, let's go find the
Come on.
niggas, dog.
Listen, if we got all this, right? We got liquor, and that song comes on, I'm chest bumping you.
We
My
fine.
nigga.
Yeah,
You know what
we
I'm
good.
saying? But like, it's almost like ball handling, right? People say, what is ball handling, right? You got the Magic Johnson. If you watch, and I'm a Magic Johnson fan, right? If you watch the Last Dance, did you finish that shit? Yeah.
No, you love it
Fucking
though.
guys, man.
Oh shit! I thought you were supposed to do that.
More like
No, we're
season
not
4
gonna
of
do
Dexter.
it. But if you watch my Magic's game, right? It wasn't like flashy handle, like it wasn't Kyrie Irving,
Always in control though.
right? But that's ball handling, right?
Yep.
You can't rip him,
No.
right? That's ball handling. But then you have Kyrie Irving,
Yep.
right? You have Rod Strickland before then. You have Isaiah Thomas. You have Pistol Pete Maravich. Yes, Chris Jackson, right?
Some boys out there. Nick Van Exel.
Nick Van
Forgot
Exel,
about
Nick
him.
the Quick, right? Greg Anderson.
I used to forget Allen Iverson.
Well,
No,
AIs.
I'm getting to there, right? So you got the AIs, but the AIs I think created the Kyrie Irvings, the Steph Currys.
AI, I tell you, Kyrie got it now. It's just
Oh no, I could.
So there's crazy handles, then there's handles.
Steph Curry might have it too, though.
No, he does have it. He does have
they
it.
both had.
He does have it. So there's crazy handles, then there's handle, then there's lyricists, then there's like crazy lyricists.
Like DMX isn't an alien, right? Like they have that, like they call them aliens, like
Lupe.
yeah, Black Thought. They call them
Black Thought.
Yeah.
What makes him an alien?
Like there's no
The
way
way
you're
that-
going to out. There's no way you can catch their abilities is foreign, is out of control.
Yeah. Weezy
It's
calls
too-
himself an alien.
Yeah, Jay-Z. Now, like you have those people that is just like, how do I do what they just did? How did
No.
you know what I'm saying? Like there's no way. I don't-
DMX is a one of one.
I don't know if DMX is an alien.
With the passion though, with his energy, yes, he's a one of one.
That's what I mean. Not the bars. I'm just
Yeah.
talking about.
Yeah.
But I think
yeah.
Cobb was
act-
talking about the bars, like the bars.
No,
I'm
not-
talking about from an overall.
Who else?
Let's box rapper. Let's for the sake of this argument, overall box the rapper. I don't think if I box DMX, including all of his dynamics, right? I don't see an alien character. I don't see a guy that I would be like, this guy was super unique, like the old dirty,
Right,
super
yeah.
unique, super
That type
talented.
of energy.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Super energetic. One of my favorites for sure, but I don't know if I would consider him an alien.
Not lyrically at all. But I do think he is completely one of a kind.
But I think that's why
Yes.
I don't
because
I don't
he
think-
knows that, right? He can say that about Lloyd Banks.
Like,
Yeah.
they keep trying to. Even your boy Tekashi guy. Anyone screaming on rap right now? Chief Keefs. Anyone scream pow pow pow. All of that shit is derived from that DMX shit, and just can't get the right recipe for
No.
it because his recipe was so perfect. It would go from that my niggas to like let's bow our heads. He praying too? Oh shit!
After all that,
I didn't know he was
You're
going
sweating now. You're
crazy.
sweating and you're
I was ready
you're
to shoot
agitated.
somebody. I was ready to,
Okay.
and I got dogs.
Now we got to bow our knees,
But it was just like,
bow our heads.
yeah, he
He was
was.
definitely high when Lloyd Banks was popping.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah, nah, he was
My
wild
nigga was
saying
running
that.
through airports.
He was definitely wild
Hell.
saying that, man.
The nigga's the joker. He didn't steal a cop car. He stole some car.
Stole a federal agent's like identity.
Shit out of the airport, right? Like, nigga, all I see is the Joker riding down the street with his head out the window and shit. Like, hey, yo, DMX.
DMX is wild.
He's,
boy,
you know what? He's earned the right. He's the old nigga you can't tell nothing.
Yeah.
That's it. Like, you're not gonna tell him you're tripping. He like, well, fuck you mean?
Is he a legend in the game?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
100%.
And I think he knows
Nigga
that.
made Rough Riders.
I think he knows that.
They didn't make it. They were
Yeah.
already there.
Dog,
Nah,
this
he
dude,
made Rough Riders,
He
dog.
popularized. In my
Nigga, he
opinion,
was
you don't
wearing
get a
overall-
Meek Mill without DMX.
He was.
in my
He
opinion.
was wearing
Tell me
the.
how.
That's screaming.
He was wearing the
Screaming.
fucking.
I think Meek Mill's favorite rapper has to be DMX.
Wait, how?
Oh, one of them.
How do you
Or
one of them.
one of them.
One of them.
how do you make that
The
comparison?
bike,
Energy.
the bike reference,
Right.
the being in the streets with a whole bunch of dudes yelling and screaming.
But
and
that was
fighting.
everybody. But that was everybody.
No, that's Rough
Nah,
Riders.
that was
That's
Rough Riders.
Rough
That
Riders.
was some Rough
That's
Rider
Rough
DMX
Riders.
shit.
Rough Riders.
And it's specifically Rough Rider DMX shit.
Drag On?
Because I
Drag On.
I still
Niggas
ain't never
thought-
seen
niggas
the
thought
locks
Dra-
on a motorcycle.
Niggas thought Drag On was DMX's little brother.
Yeah.
Like Memphis and Sean Carter.
Yeah. Like,
Nah, them niggas don't look alike.
nah.
Drag On the
I'm talking about
DMX.
his voice.
Niggas look alike.
They actually do.
Yeah, them
They
niggas
actually
look
do.
alike, like.
Listen, people, the comparison, DMX and Ja Rule. There was one at one point.
Mhm.
They thought Ja Rule was trying to be like a pop DMX type rapper. He was wearing the headband, he was wearing the bandanas, ties.
Which he was.
The look
And he probably was.
with the vocals behind it, though.
Probably was.
A little difference.
Damn about you.
He was
Super Hall,
Aaron
what you
Hall
sound
of the
like,
rap
dog.
game.
Yo, Aaron Hall of the rap game.
That's fucked up.
Oh shit.
This thing called.
Oh, that
This
thing
thing called Murder
about
Inc.
you.
Guy.
That
The one thing I
That's
think
fucked
people
up.
appreciate about DMX, he was ready to go always. Let's battle.
Yeah.
He was ready to battle.
Yeah.
He was making. When was the year he did the back-to-back albums in one year? And that third album.
It was the Western. It was Flesh of My Flesh.
But the
and
third,
then
what was
it
the third album?
Then
there
it was
was
X.
And then there was
I didn't like that one.
No, the first two.
I felt like he did too much in that year.
And
I
then
love
there was
the
X
first
was
two.
rushed. Yeah, it was rushed.
I love the first two. After that, he.
But I
really
think that's
kinda
his
falls
passion,
off.
right? I'm always making music. We're putting this out. Wait,
That might
chill,
be
X.
crack kicking
No,
in.
no, no. We're putting this out. I recorded it. We're putting it out. And that was it.
I'm gonna go on record and say that, like, he doesn't have to believe Lloyd Banks is the greatest lyricist, or in anyone's top 5. I don't. He's not in mine.
Lloyd Banks,
Yeah.
top 5? Nah, not my top 5.
He's great. He's
No,
good.
absolutely.
Unrealized talent, as far as I'm concerned.
I don't know much of Lloyd Banks outside of that first album.
He was so
And
good for that
mixtape,
fourth
and
bar.
Mixtapes, just
Yeah.
mixtapes, yeah.
He's good for that fourth bar. That punchline.
Yeah, no, he's punchline
Yeah,
king.
yeah, he was great for that.
Absolutely.
And he was great as a feature.
And,
He was a good feature. Like
The-
he wasn't
until
like
you saw the video, and he's just sitting there with him smiling. He's mad calm. You too calm, my nigga. I don't feel it. Never felt it.
maybe he wasn't an MC. Maybe that's what DMX meant.
That might be it.
He just
He
articulate
really
himself
didn't have
well.
the showmanship
He's not-
for
yeah,
it.
he's not an
No.
MC.
That's a good point.
No,
I'm not going to a Lloyd Banks concert.
no,
No,
no.
not just Lloyd Banks.
Exactly.
No.
Just Lloyd Banks.
No.
No. I'll listen to our download.
There's probably a group of people that would, right?
I go to the other nigga. I go to Tony Yayo's concert.
I hated Tony.
He's
Yayo.
hilarious.
I'm going to Young Bucks.
That
I'm
was
going to Young
hilarious.
Bucks.
He was hilarious, but I hate
I'm
it.
going to
He's
Young Bucks. I'm
hilarious,
going to Young
he said.
Bucks. I'm going to Young Bucks.
I've been nice with my
Are you?
hands since the
Yeah.
real rock scene.
I like Young Buck.
I love Young Buck. That was
Yeah.
that's
I
my
don't
guy.
know.
Yeah.
DMX
Yeah.
did his
With the-
character too dirty for
with-
me
with
now.
the other-
I don't know who else was at that party.
Who else was at that part? Who else was
I'm
at that
social
part?
distancing, bro. I'm social
All
distancing.
right. Yeah.
When you throw your hands up, what's gonna happen?
All right. Yeah. All right. Cool. I'm not gone.
All right. Anyways,
Selling my ticket.
I'd go with Young Buck. That was my guy. I rocked with him.
There were 2 footprints in the sand. Right? That was his song, right? God don't hold me, he carried me back, or something like that.
I
50
never
Cent did
believed he wasn't believable to me.
Young Buck?
Yes, he wasn't. He
Yeah,
made-
y'all are sleeping when honestly the greatest rapper that came out of G-Unit, other than 50, is The Game.
Oh,
And I don't even
he
know
was
what
only
I
one
told
out.
you.
You can't.
I don't even know who he sounds like, but
stop it.
he's
Stop it. Stop it.
he had the full package as far as
Drake sounds like every rapper he.
There's a
Stop
reason
it.
why
We're
his
not
name
gonna
is
do
The
this.
Game.
We're not gonna do this. We're not gonna do this.
But
We're not gonna do
at least
this.
he had the whole package. He had bars, he had
It's
lyricism,
like, yo,
he had MC,
I'm a
he
little
had
Dr.
presentation.
Dre, Ice Cube. Then I can go East Coast with it when I want to.
He can be The Game, though. He can be the entire
Crazy.
game.
You guys disrespect my boy like that.
Shine. Easy.
No.
We're not saying nobody wrote his lyrics. We're just saying
Yeah.
Yo, he's dope at writing lyrics.
He just wrote his lyrics for somebody
Like
else's
somebody
voice in his
else.
head.
As if he was somebody. As if he lived somebody else's life.
he said, you know what? I'm gonna be Kobe.
First of all, I don't.
7
I don't
albums
want
in,
to
and he
say
did-
I don't count him as G Unit because it was only that one album.
He did
And then-
Rewind 2.
Yeah, with Nas's approval.
So disrespectful.
With Nas's approval.
With Nas's voice.
With Nas's approval.
Nas's voice.
Nah, it's fine.
What's Nas gonna deny?
Yo, he's still nice. Game is nice. No, you know he's nice. Out of everybody other than 50 in G Unit, that's who I would fuck with. He gave them niggas 100 bars, 200 bars, some shit like that.
Yeah.
Where's Game?
Boy can rap.
Retired somewhere.
I seen something in, I don't know what it was, but there was something. He's been in the news lately.
He had to pay somebody money.
Yeah. I can't remember.
Some
what it
sexual
was.
harassment shit or something. Like,
He's paying royalties.
Royalties,
His
yeah.
label.
yeah, he lost his whole shit.
Yeah.
To the girl, right? Who wants to fuck the game or something like that? Whatever
Yep.
the reality show
Oh,
was.
that show. Yep.
Yeah, see, everything on TV ain't what it's meant to be, brother. Yeah.
That's what it was.
I always say that. That's why I hate them fucking Love and Hip Hop shows, man. It's just a terrible run your brain. But that actually leads me because last week we talked about. Was it last week? So,
No, the week before. Week before when we was here.
Was it?
I think you brought it up the week we was here,
What?
and then we talked about it again last
Oh,
week.
will we have our children
Social
watch
media.
social media?
Yeah. So the reason why I bring that up, right, is because spoiler alert. I'm gonna give you guys my honorable mention now. I'm listening to this podcast. It's called The Rabbit Hole. It's by the Daily. It's like an offspring of the Daily, which is the New York Times. And the premise of The Rabbit Hole is it's talking about social media and the effect that it's having.
Mm-hmm.
So there's 6 episodes in, and the first one was focused on the YouTube algorithm. The creator, this is from what they were saying, the creator of that algorithm. And then the second and third one, which was the fucking mind-blowing part about it, was them following a kid from, I forget how old he is now, but they went back and looked at all his search results of his YouTube views, of everything that he's been watching. And the algorithm...
With his permission.
Yes, because he's talking about his progress of...
He's part of the episode?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So he's talking about...
It's going to profile this kid. What's the algorithm going to do?
Yeah, I think that's right. That's gonna show his profile. It's gonna show his search history profile.
And it's,
Most likely to shoot up a school.
And that's where I'm going. The algorithm that I forget the first video that he clicked on, but it is of a gentleman that I can't remember the name because there's so much shit there. That's my honor mention. So, but the fucking algorithm takes him from this gentleman all the way to an alt-right thinking mindset that he had. Alt-right meaning, he's conservative, he's damn near alt-right meaning racist.
Just based off of what he is ingesting right now.
So it's, the recommendation is, since you watched this video, hey, you should watch this video. And now watch this video. And the algorithm took him to hating a certain kind of person. So it got me to thinking, it's like, should we be concerned about our kids now?
100%.
Yeah.
Yes.
And how do we move and telling our children what to expect and how do you combat that algorithm?
Did they add his family dynamic into that? Because
no, I don't think they did. No, they may have. I may have to go back and look.
If we go through Megatron's search history on YouTube, it's going to be somebody playing video games, him watching somebody play a video game.
Right.
It's going to be dance. It's going to be football highlights. And there's probably going to be some porn in there. And I'm like, that's his father. It's about right there. So I'm like, are the dynamics in the house being taken into account here as well? Like, as dad sitting at the table saying nothing about niggers, you know what I mean? And then that's
a good point.
the search.
And I think that they did talk about it, but I don't remember. So I'm I can't say either or that they do. But
The rabbit hole.
I listened to it.
did you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I listened to. I don't remember. I'm trying to think if they. I don't think.
Now,
I
keep
think
in mind
his
that.
didn't
Yes,
really
yes,
didn't
yes.
mesh well in school.
Yep.
Already a
And the
sociopath.
thing that
Also, he's
the thing
Alex.
that attracted him to YouTube was social forums online, because he felt like online forums and online gaming allowed him to express himself.
I can get off the most gangster version.
So he felt more communal online than in real life.
My nephew, Joey's son. If you go to his house, he's in his room. He's on his laptop.
Yeah.
Doing what? Looking at what?
No, like so he's Fortnite all day, right?
That part's fine. With me.
Fortnite. What's the other?
Minecraft.
Minecraft.
I'm still fine with that. Minecraft is coding.
But no, he's definitely on YouTube, right? Like he's probably got his phone's right here, watching people play video games while he's playing the same video game,
Mm-hmm.
right? But I don't know what else he's doing. That's what I see, right? When I go in his room, because I always go, I mess with him. I go up there and I bother him. But
He's how old?
he is 15,
See,
but he doesn't come out that room.
that I'm more concerned about the social impact of that kind of lifestyle
Right.
than I am about what he's actually doing online.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like I don't know.
You don't know how to ask a girl to dance.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You punch in your nose, you're not gonna know what to do after that. It's just like
It's like
you live in a virtual reality.
But are you applying your social experiences to modern day?
always. I always do, and that's what I know.
yeah,
That's what I know.
The reason why I ask is because it's fucking difficult sometimes to get. I shouldn't say that because it's not difficult, but it's. I have to ask. Like, yo, you going outside?
That's why I tell Ellie,
You fucking going outside, dog? It's fucking beautiful outside.
beautiful outside.
listen,
Fucking beautiful outside, dog. You going?
listen. Ellie wakes
Some
up.
vitamin D or something?
Ellie wakes up. She wakes up. Dad, can I go outside? Yes.
Yeah, get the
Fine.
fuck out of here.
Go. Her mother's like, it's too early. No, it's not.
It's not.
So the reason why I
It's
ask
not.
you that is because for us, we assume they are interacting with the computer. But they are interacting with other
their
kids that
people.
are doing
Yeah,
the exact
yeah, it's
same
a
fucking
fact.
Right.
thing.
No.
It's
So
not.
they interact. Right. And so I always,
And they are their friends that
Yeah.
are also inside.
but to the questions that
It's
Reem
fucked
asked
up,
him,
you know?
like,
Has to be a balance though.
Yeah.
Like,
Yo,
Hey, can we go skateboard?
right. Get your fucking ass outside.
Manhunt.
like it's everything.
Do we
still do
it's
that?
Everything this, right? Like,
But it is because that's what they're growing up in.
I know.
That part, and I'm not against that.
But I think we have a responsibility as parents to actually show them something different. Whether they do it or not, at least present it as an option. Like you can literally walk up to a girl and say hi.
Right.
You don't got to DM her.
No
Yes,
emojis.
but
You don't
what
got to
if-
like her picture.
Okay, but what if like home dude that I was talking about that David said he's antisocial. He doesn't know how to do it. So the only thing that I know is being on a laptop because that's what makes me comfortable. And I can relate to that as someone who was always in the house, right? Playing my video games. That was
Do you
something
think
that
there's also some other things that didn't happen that made you that way, right? Like my parents always took me outside.
Oh, they jamming up.
My parents my parents always took me outside. Always. Everywhere they went, they brought me with them.
That's fine. This could be our backdrop.
Yeah.
Park right?
You know what I'm saying? Like, always brought me with them. And I think that allowed me to be able to, oh, you're Chip's son. Oh, you're Gina's son. Like, everybody knew me in the community. So even when I went outside, it was almost embraced. Or, what are you doing up here?
Yeah.
I know you ain't supposed to be up here.
We grew up like that, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, our kids.
But
You know what?
But my parents exposed me. If they didn't bring me outside or bring me to events where they went, I don't think people would have knew who I was.
Right.
I just would have been another kid walking around the neighborhood, even though we didn't have phones and social media. But I think that exposure to other groups of people, other groups of adults, helped me interact with people.
How are we doing that today? We're posting pictures of our kids as soon as they're born onto social media.
I know.
So we're already
Yeah, yeah,
inheriting
right, you're
them
right.
into
Yeah,
social media
you're right.
before
They have to
even,
be involved.
Before they're even
You're right.
involved.
You're right.
Hey,
So we're involving them. So I'm completely with you. I just think that just like you're learning this shit from the rabbit hole, we just gotta pass. We just gotta pass that baton. You know what I'm saying?
You're
Like
right.
because
And I respect the
I don't
people
know how
that
else to mitigate this shit. Like
I respect the people
I don't
that
know it needs mitigation.
this shit's gonna be here.
I just think it's a balance thing. Could it be something as simple as that, like,
How do you?
to find mischief now as a kid, the forum has changed? When we were growing up,
absolutely.
mischief was standing on the train tracks throwing rocks at cars.
Yeah.
You know, that was danger. Now danger is like, yo, I was on OnlyFans yesterday.
But listen, we had the conversation in the
You know
barbershop.
what I mean?
These kids ain't never played house.
Right.
House.
They ain't never played house.
What's house?
I'm the husband. There's a girl. She's the wife.
Is that the one with the circle thing?
No.
No.
Literally,
No, you're
literally
playing-
house.
You're playing
together.
house, dog.
He's
We're at
together.
somebody's house.
You're my wife now.
I was fucking at 11. There was nobody playing, dog.
Reem wasn't playing.
That's right. He wasn't playing.
I wasn't
He was
playing
happy to
either.
do
I
it.
was about to be a
I
father.
wasn't
Reem was
playing.
full. Reem was full.
I was
You
there.
know,
I was there like this.
Here's the thing. The balance is on us.
Like only house.
I'm not
How
concerned.
did you know what to do?
What?
How did you know what to do? How did you know how to stick the penis in the vagina?
Watch my brother about a year prior.
Oh, I was watching porn at 12,
Yeah,
definitely.
they brought. I couldn't reach my father's collection yet. It was VHS back then.
That's what I'm saying.
And you knew you had to rewind it back to where your father had it. Niggas had real mischief back then. You know what I mean? It wasn't as easy as just uploading the porn video and deleting the browser
Nah,
history. You had to get technical, man. They had to be a spy. But I think to your question about the social media thing is it's here. It's not going anywhere. It's only going to get bigger, spread wider. The balance part. One of the best days I've had so far this month is him in the backyard playing booties up. And he didn't know what booties up was.
I don't either.
Oh, yeah. What do y'all call it? Wall ball?
Handball.
Oh, wall ball.
We
Yeah,
throw
yeah.
the ball off the wall. If you catch it, you
If
catch
you
it. If you drop it, then I get to hit you with it.
Yeah, hit the ball. Yeah, wall ball.
We call it booties up.
Okay, that's a New
So
York thing.
he was playing that in the backyard. And he didn't know what it was before he played.
What they saying above the rim? Bunks.
Bunks. Crazy hard, Spalding that. And he loved this shit. Now, we're done with that. You want to come up here and watch? He watches this guy, Nasty. The fuck is this guy? He's an LA Laker fan. Nasty something.
Gotta check him out.
Black dude. And he just yells.
Oh, no.
Come on, yo, God. But he's playing the game and he's just commentating his own game. So now when me and Megatron play Madden together, he's imitating that. Yelling.
See, but that's what I'm
Screaming.
saying.
So I'm like, bro, let's cut the game off.
Yeah,
I'm
relax.
done. Like, you're not supposed to get this high on any play, whether it's that low, that high, I don't care. You stay relaxed, focus on the next play. All of this shit, you're acting like, you acting like that corny motherfucker. And so I had to pull it away from him for a day or two. Like, yo, when we play, don't do all that yelling shit around me. Just play the game.
But there's a lot of things you can learn off social media too. So it's not all
Yes,
bad.
yes. No,
right? It's
I
not
agree
all,
with you.
It's not all bad. I think it's presenting. I think just like anything in life, presenting opportunities to children. Say, all right, you can watch that, or you can choose to watch this. And I think if you don't ever present the opportunity to children to say, hey, there's other things on the social media platform that you can be engaging in outside of this and watching people play Minecraft all day, just like life, right? But guys that we grew up without social media, either you can go to the streets or I can expose you to these other things that you could be involved in. And we know guys that were just exposed to the streets and no other options.
Right. They're physically in less danger in today's
Right.
social media world. Mentally,
Right.
vulnerable.
They
as
can make
fuck.
money off this, right? They don't have to go to the block and sell crack, right? They can make money off their phone.
And
Love and education, man. That's what
love and education.
I send Angel all the time. I
hard
send him,
backbreaking
yeah,
work.
man. I mean,
Don't forget
a hard
labor.
foundation.
Labor.
But yeah, man, I'm sending him like if it's a well-read article, whether he reads it or not,
You sent it.
send because that's how I feel. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know everything that he's watching on his phone. There's no way to track that.
No.
You know what I mean? So it's
You
just
drive
like,
yourself crazy trying
yeah.
to.
So it's like at some point in time, he's gonna have to pay attention to him. I'm gonna talk to him about it. Hey, did you see that? If not, he's gonna go back and be like, oh, I gotta at least watch 10 minutes of this shit. You know what I
Right.
mean? So yeah, love and education, man, because you're not gonna
No,
I don't.
There's no stopping.
Especially
that
at this
anyway.
age, I'm starting to realize that even if I started at a young age, and maybe I should rephrase that, with my demeanor and my mannerisms, even if I started at a younger age, I would have never been able to control him. No, he's his own man. I look at him now, I'm like,
No.
all I could have.
The goal is never to control.
Mold.
It's
No,
guide. Yeah,
it's just guide. Like,
Sean will be 20 next Friday.
nothing I could have done.
20 next Friday. Sean will be 20.
Damn.
20. He's a man.
Yeah. I don't control Megatron. I control his surroundings.
Yeah.
What you eat here, I control. I don't control how you act.
And that's all I've ever, because that's how my father raised me. Was like, I can't, he tried to, right? He tried to as much as possible. And I think from a protective standpoint, I don't want you hanging with him. I don't want you hanging with him. But he would never go to that person like, yo, come to my house again.
Stay away from my boy.
You know what I mean? Because I had older cousins that grew up under my father, who guys that were in the streets, and they were like, Bub's gonna make the right decision. Let him make the decision.
Right.
Right. Thank God, I made some dumb decisions, but
So you would hope that
Not
the
too much
right decision
penalization
gets
in it.
made.
right,
Yeah.
right. But he always, even if I made a bad decision, he found out about it. It wasn't like this super punitive response to it, like go to your room for 3 weeks and I don't want to see you ever again. You fucked up, right?
Hmm?
Yep. All right.
I only want to know what you did for like the first 5 minutes. I want to know why you think you did it.
Right. That was my father.
Why did you do it?
Oh,
That's all I want to know.
because I need logic behind it. Like, explain to me.
Because I was bad. No.
No,
I know
no,
what
no,
you
no.
were. Why were you
Yeah.
bad?
You sound like me this entire. I always need to. So that was A. Now B. What happened next? Now
Drill
what
down
was
on
the-
this.
Now you did this. Why was that the most logical way to go?
Sean, because Barrington's known for his underage drinking, right? And so Sean,
And driving.
him and his friends go to the beach.
They took that phase 1 serious, huh?
No, this is years
all right.
ago.
They already. You worried about social media, nigga. You can't park at the beach.
Parking is closed at the beach.
I think he was a junior or maybe a senior in high school. And he nope, he was a senior. He was 18. They went to the beach.
That's beach cruising time.
Right? They was like, we're gonna bring a case of beer.
That's also everyone in the car dies time except for the driver.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna bring some music.
Yeah.
Right? We're gonna bring some music. Music blasting. Karen.
Oh, she snitched.
In this case. We're getting into that.
Yeah.
Motherfucker. Cooper.
But the cops called me, Mr. Carter. We have
Karen
Sean
just
here.
called
We know he's a good kid.
This guy,
Right.
Barrington cops called him.
They didn't even get to. I wasn't even mad at that.
I needed Bub that night.
He comes home. I said, "Yo, what happened?"
Who handled it? You or Tiff?
Pete. I catch him at the door.
Because I can't control what she going to do after.
I can't.
But at least let me get some logic out of you now.
I'm gonna need the logic now because after this,
But the shit is
On
funny.
your own, nigga.
I don't want any part of that after this.
I can't
I tried to
control
save
her.
him. I tried to save him. I said, "Listen,
Fucking
You
up.
guiding his answers. What happened? I stop stuttering, nigga. God damn it.
I said,
Figure
listen.
this out on the way here.
I said, listen."
Hold on. Before you continue, I have a question because you just said that from the trigger. You said that you tried to save him.
Yes.
Would you have felt the same way if it was Ellie and not
Oh
Sean?
no! If I catch Ellie first, she's not saved.
That's Tiff's job. Tiff's supposed to get Ellie like, hey, get your story straight. Get your story straight.
But,
Your father's back there. Head
but,
exploding.
I was like, Sean, explain to me. No, I wanted to know why you blasted the music so much because they didn't even get to open the case of beer. They didn't even get to drink it.
That's good. Well, that's good because
No.
no. I hear you saying, but
If I'm thinking like my age, him,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
brought the beer for a reason. We want to drink it.
Right.
Mhm.
Keep the music to a low level. This is Barrington. This ain't Providence.
Right.
Providence, you can blast the music.
This is Barrington.
The neighbors will come outside. Oh, yo, that's my song.
You were
Oh,
involved.
you just got beer? All right, let me get one. This is Barrington. You know, playing loud music, you're not getting away with that.
That's crazy.
So explain to me. He was like, I don't know.
Honestly, they had the music playing on the video we watched before we went out.
He was like, I don't know. I said, damn, you didn't even get to
Sound
drink the
good.
beer. That's crazy. I said, but I got you.
Girl, me.
The cops called me. They didn't call mommy. Mommy don't know.
Oh, until now.
No, he goes in the house, right? Tiff happened to come down the stairs. She's like, what's wrong? This is what he does. Did the head drop.
That's mom, though.
I said, God damn it.
You did it yourself, dog. I tried.
Now we're both in trouble.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't going to say nothing.
Damn.
You wasn't going to tell me? Tell you what?
I was going to tell you after I talked to the boy.
He did it.
I was in the house. I was in the house the whole time, all right? I ain't drink nothing.
Like, he
I
did
think
it.
you fucked that up, bro. You should have known. You can't trust him.
Nah. Not with mom.
He's already in trouble. He's
No,
already
I-
in danger.
So first of all, you
can't
said
give him information.
she came downstairs,
but he
looked
wasn't-
at him, and was
I have
like,
to,
"What's
I have
wrong?"
to understand he wasn't raised where I was raised at.
But you can't get. You gotta let him. You gotta let him go through the fire. You can't give him information while he's already tensed up, about to go through the fire.
But
now
it's
he has all that information. He's gonna release it. Like, yo, I
It was
don't
back
know
to
this.
what Reem said
Save
earlier,
me.
right? It's like he wasn't raised where I was raised. He's been raised kind of good neighborhood, right? Whatever we deem good
Stressless
neighborhood.
children.
You know what I'm saying? We was raised in the hood. Like, we figured it out
Right.
to maneuver through certain avenues and how to manipulate things and how to come up with a lie.
Right.
He ain't had to do that.
Right.
So, Tiff said, what's wrong?
I ain't got it. Dad got a call from the police.
Basically.
About 6 hours ago,
Basically.
I got apprehended.
There were 3 cases of beer in the back.
Yeah. We didn't drink none.
Oh.
Dad wanted to know why I wasn't drinking. I should have cut the music down lower so I could drink.
Oh, you got the call?
Oh,
did I
now
get a
you
call?
in trouble, dog.
I think I got a
I
call.
just- somebody called. I thought it was a prank. I thought it was one of the kids, baby. This little nigga here is trouble. You're grounded. You got to beat him now in front of
Yeah,
her.
but I think social media can definitely raise our kids if
If you allow it.
if we allow it. I think we can definitely introduce them into things like podcasts.
It's raising adults nowadays.
It's,
man.
no,
Right?
adults are worse
I'm
sometimes.
not even going that far into like podcasting into the social media world. Yo, regular shit like sweeping the floor, doing dishes.
I said, Sean-
helping cook eggs.
I said, Sean, do you
Like,
know how to sweep a carpet? He said, huh?
what? They got Roombas for that. Yeah, no.
You mean
Get
turn it on the little circle thing on the
Get
ground?
this straw ass
no.
broom.
And sweep the carpet. He's like,
sweep this carpet.
that's dumb.
You know what I mean?
That's dumb.
I ain't doing
You gotta
that.
go back
Shame
to the
on
most
you.
base. To your point, Al. I'm not ready for the economy to collapse. But if the internet collapsed, I wouldn't have a problem with that.
I would.
Is the internet not the economy?
The internet is the economy. 100%.
Is it?
Joe Rogan just got $100 million for
Amazon.
advertising
What do we do with this?
on the internet.
What do we do with this?
The internet is the problem. Oh, you ain't ready to let go of the internet, though.
No, because there's good that comes out of the internet.
Yes.
It's good that comes out of the economy too.
Director of nonviolence.
I'd question that one.
Oh, shit.
Shots fired.
Wow.
I'm just kidding,
I don't
bro.
care what you're 40.
Yes.
I'm just kidding, bro.
shit.
I'm just kidding.
Yes.
It's going to be a hot summer.
But I think also on the flip side, the social media desensitize us.
Absolutely.
I think that you're
The
perfectly.
kids.
Now that's a good segue into this shit that we're talking about this week. Another ugly weekend for black men
Right.
in America, and I'm not gonna lie, I watched it.
What happened?
George Floyd, right?
Yeah,
I'm correct in
George
that
Floyd.
name.
Condolences to him, the family,
His family,
Everybody.
Minneapolis,
Minneapolis. Stephen Jackson called him his twin.
originally from Houston.
Yep, they knew each other.
The basketball player?
Yeah. So, traffic stop. Cops called because of a forgery. It's implied that he was on drugs. Not a
What does
small
that
man. Forgery, kind of like like fake check or
No,
something.
but what
like
does
that.
on drugs mean? Like he was high? Weed?
That's the
alcohol?
implication
Okay.
here. Yeah, it's just
Could've
like
been anything.
don't do drugs,
Yeah.
kids, was stated there, right? So we don't know what it was. Regardless of, and we don't have enough footage on what transpired beforehand.
Mm-hmm.
What we do know is that for at least 10 minutes, he was handcuffed on the side of a car, the driver's side of the car, with multiple officers.
Four.
on it.
Well, three on him.
3 on him, 1 standing up.
Keeping
and
peak,
1
basically.
directly with his knee on the back of his neck.
How big is this guy?
Probably about 6'4", 6'5". Steve Jack is your colony
6'9".
twin.
He's like 6'9".
Yeah, he probably.
So he's
a
about
big dude.
6'5", 6'4".
So it would take a good 2 guys to restrain him if you wanted to restrain him.
He's restrained.
He's already restrained.
He's restrained. He's
So there's a
handcuffed.
video. There's a video of them walking him to
The back of the car.
the back of the car. Actually,
Why is he
to
restrained?
the corner store, right? So there's multiple clips, right? We don't get the full
We don't get the full picture yet.
So you get a clip where he's taken out of the car. He's
Yeah.
brought to there's a corner store video, and he's placed on the wall. He's sitting there,
handcuffed.
handcuffed. Oh, he's already handcuffed.
He's already
He's
handcuffed.
already handcuffed.
So
Calm.
he's placed on the wall.
Yes.
He doesn't seem like he's
Everybody's
combative
calm.
at this point. He might be talking, but it doesn't seem like physically like.
Mm-hmm.
Somehow he ends up on where his car is on the ground.
I think what we'll see is that when they went to
Why
put
did
him
they-
in the cop car, he resisted
Yeah.
getting into the cop car.
Yeah.
Though he was the multiple cops there, and though he was handcuffed, there is some kind of struggle that we haven't seen yet.
We haven't seen.
And
Where he
it's him
resisted to get into the cop
to
car.
get into the cop car.
So they put him down on the ground,
put him down on the ground.
3 officers.
held him down to be like, yo, I'm going to punish you now for not abiding by us.
I'm not gonna move
killed
until an EMT comes. And when I tell you, and that was the most horrific part about it, was that his knee is
Right on his neck,
directly
like right
on
here.
the back of his neck, and he's saying, "I can't breathe." He yells, "Mama!"
Yeah,
twice.
yeah, he calls out for his mother.
Twice. That's why I was like, "All right, shit's getting kind of real. All right, they're gonna get up any moment now because it doesn't make sense
But
anymore
there's
for you."
pictures of the cop.
When
He
I
got his
say
hand in his
knee,
pocket.
when I say knee in his neck,
It's the bone and the fucking...
his
Yes.
feet, his toes come off the ground, so it's the full weight of his body
On his neck.
on just the back of
That's
his
not a
what?
restraint. With other 2 cops,
That's not a restraint.
and the other 2 cops are on his back as well.
his back and his leg, his
Why?
thighs.
What is his head going to? Why is your knee on his neck? What is his head going to? Where's it going to go?
When I
What's
tell
it
you
going to hurt?
how calm he was with his knee on his, and the guy said it in the video. It's like, look, he's enjoying this shit, and it almost looked like that power rush.
He's like, bro. He's like, yo, bro. You've been on his neck
going
for
nowhere.
minutes. I'm paraphrasing, but you've been on his neck for
Who says
minutes.
a spectator.
People filming.
So then it goes from
You have the Asian officer standing there like he's trying to block it. Like,
don't do drugs is what the Asian officer says, and then it goes from mama, help me, I can't breathe. Old dude is like, man, I told you stop fighting with them cops, man. You can't win. He said, I'm done. They gonna kill me. I'm done. And he still stays there. Then it gets to the worst part about the whole video is his whole body goes limp, and what appears to be urine just comes from underneath the car, rolls out because he died right there, and his body released all of its bodily fluids. And that cop still stayed on his fucking neck
he never got up.
He never got up.
Till the EMT came.
until the EMT came. Over 10 minutes with the full weight of his knee on the back of his neck.
What was the cop doing? Just sitting there, just
He had his hand in his pocket.
killing
Cover.
him.
Like,
When folks around got upset,
making sure he
Yeah.
wasn't getting up.
when they got upset about like,
Why
yo,
weren't-
he just fucking died. Take his pulse.
Why weren't other cops? What were the other cops doing?
this is all we can see is 4 other cops. The other 2 were actually still. They was on top of his body as well.
But they were behind the car, so you can't
You
see
couldn't
them.
see it. So the video footage only shows him. So you only think it's just him
Him and the
with his
Asian.
knee on his neck and the Asian officer that was in front of the camera. But you see the other side is 2 other cops
Right.
on top of him, his back and his legs.
I've never seen anything like it before.
So let's assume, right? Let's assume he ran. He was stopped because he ran a red light. Because we don't know why he was stopped, right?
Forgery at the store.
It's
I think
Forgery.
it had something to do with
All right,
it. Yeah,
all right.
it's
So
forgery.
he committed an illegal activity.
White
Right.
collar crime.
Right.
He committed an illegal activity, and he was evading going to prison. Right?
He's still right in front of the store that called the forgery. He didn't run. He's not down the block.
He's caught.
He's
He's
caught.
caught. He's
Yes.
caught red-handed. You know what I'm saying?
And let's
But-
assume he's
but-
on drugs.
But he's high, right? He's
Let's
still
assume.
high,
Yeah, let's assume.
and he's hey, I'm not going to jail today. Not today.
Right.
So he's fighting.
Nope, that's not what happened.
We don't know that, right? You're
Oh,
there
that
was-
part at the car.
Yeah,
but
yeah, at the car, at the car.
initially,
Yeah.
when they walk him in the back,
Yeah.
he's very calm.
He's fine.
He might be
handcuffs,
saying something.
down.
He might be talking.
We're just assuming, right?
Right.
Let's assume he's like,
Let's go worst case scenario.
holy
Just
shit,
fuck
I'm
you.
going to
Get
jail.
off
Yeah,
me.
fuck
Yeah,
you.
get
I'm
off
not
me.
going.
Yeah. Maybe. Right?
What constitutes
Nothing.
not the killing? I want to get before that.
Hmm.
What constitutes? You're one of the other cops. You're not the Asian gentleman. You're not the make whites great again gentleman.
Mm-hmm.
You're one of the other cops that you can't see. After he's restrained and on the ground, what you may know, Bub? What's protocol? Like, what's protocol after you restrain someone,
I don't think
put
we
them on
know
the
anymore.
ground, and they don't want to, and they're resisting arrest, and there's 4 of you,
I don't.
And he's handcuffed.
and he's handcuffed. What do you?
I'm thinking worst case scenario.
What is a
right?
police officer supposed to do in that situation?
Because what I always hear continuously
Put your knee on somebody's
from
neck?
police officers.
I've never heard
The
that.
statement that's made from police officers in their defense is, "I want to make it home safe." Okay, whatever. This for you.
That doesn't apply here.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah,
Right.
because he's calm.
Missouri.
So now let's go back.
He's
right?
handcuffed. He's
So that doesn't
restrained.
apply. That doesn't apply,
Minneapolis.
right? You also have a baton. You also have a taser, right? And
Yep.
from what I've seen,
Pepper spray.
pepper spray.
Yep.
Most people that get out of control,
Tasing puts him in control.
tasing puts them in control.
And you got multiple shots in the taser.
And it's 4 of you.
In Minneapolis, they have.
And if you
2
want to get your rocks off, like, let's come on, for real. If you want to get your rocks off, zzz,
Yeah.
tase the motherfucker.
They have 2 authorized
Right in the face.
choke
Yes.
techniques
Right.
in Minneapolis. 2 authorized choke techniques, and you have to go to training.
And it's not a knee on the neck.
None of them are knee in the back of the neck with a subdued, handcuffed prisoner.
I want to say that cop.
That's why all 4.
I want to say that cop
that
fully
day.
fully vested, fully uniformed.
He wasn't a tall guy.
210,
So
maybe.
He wasn't a tall guy.
210, maybe.
outside of
Just imagine that pressure though on your neck.
It didn't anything over.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no, it's barbaric, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
It's
so
he choked him
forget
to death.
being that guy, because we know you can assume what the agenda was of somebody like that guy.
Isn't that the
You're
most
one of-
disappointing?
Nope.
Why? No. How come one of those other 3 officers wasn't like, yeah,
Yo,
Bam.
he's good.
Yo, bro.
Bam. We
That's
got
where it
him.
bothers me.
He's good.
We got him, bro.
You ever watch
If he gets
We
out of
got
line,
him.
we'll tase him.
We got to.
you watch
We
Do the
have
Right Thing?
4 tasers here.
Do the Right Thing. Remember the scene in Do the Right Thing when he had
Radio Raheem.
Raheem
He's very
choked up. He's like,
reminiscent to
"Yo,
that.
let him go.
Enough.
Let him go. Enough.
Right.
Enough."
Let him go. And we see here that it didn't. When you watch this video, because I watch it probably like 7 times today, because I'm trying to ingrain this into my brain. We worried about social media,
But
and
our
shit
kids are
like
watching this,
but I'm
right?
trying-
Our kids are watching.
Right. I'm trying to prepare myself for this conversation to have with Megatron, where I still don't know what you can and can't do, but I needed that feel. I needed to hear him call his mom out. He called his mom out. This is a 6'9" man. And he's screaming for his mother. And to see the smug look on this fucking cop's face with his knee in his neck. And his face just like, ain't nobody gonna do shit. I'm gonna sit right here with this knee on his neck. Yeah, upholding the law. It sucks that I think we live in a world that it still happens. I'm also happy we live in a world where you can see it now.
Yes.
Because how many times
Because that's
does
the
this
positive.
happen?
Yep.
You know, without social media, where this
don't see
goes
that.
unknown. You know, you can go back to Aubrey.
I think what's his name? Will Smith, and I'm misquoting him. I think he said along the lines, racism hasn't gone away or changed. It's just being
visible.
recorded.
It's just
That's it.
visible now.
Just being
That's
recorded.
it. I don't. If I can, Reem, I don't want you to. I don't want you to watch that video anymore, dog.
No, I'm done. I got my
I don't
fill
want you
today.
to ingrain it in you.
I got my fill
because
today.
I feel like although, thank God, or whatever mystical creature you want to thank, or whatever, that you have idiots like the lawyer from that
Ahmaud-
previous case.
Ahmaud Aubrey.
Yep.
Mhm.
Rest in peace to Ahmaud. Like, thank God you have the gentleman, the spectator that was in there spectating. Like you have these spectators that are able to record, and whether by accident or whether voluntarily they're able to release them. You know what I'm saying? But I always put myself in the position of there needs to be some sort of justice, some way there needs to be some way to hold people accountable for shit like
The
that. right?
firing is not enough.
Yeah,
No,
there has to
that's
be
murder.
That's
murder.
murder. Yeah,
It's murder.
yeah. Especially, I think, in my mind, especially if you are there to uphold the law.
Right. You're held to a higher standard.
You're held to a higher
protect and
standard,
serve.
dog. Like you are violating the code of protecting and serving our fucking community. B. Like you need to what?
We're still talking about forgery.
A forgery check.
Alleged forgery.
Who you protecting?
We're not talking about the 6'9" dude walked into the grocery store, started pounding people
That's
out.
a different, right? That's a
you know what I
different.
mean?
We also know that that's difficult, right? Because that's by definition of the police. That's not the reality of the police. The police has always been there to protect and serve against usually black and brown activity, right?
I don't want to broad.
Right?
I don't want to wipe a.
I don't either. I don't either.
Okay,
I don't either.
To you, but what do you say to the cops that don't say anything at all?
I still see 2 other white men and an Asian dude. I ain't see one brother there. Now, if I would have saw a brother there and he ain't say, y'all get your fucking knee off his neck.
But you know that there are.
But that happens all the time.
But
right?
you know that there are brothers in the force that would do the same shit.
I don't know that to be true. Again, I grew up with a cop.
Yes, I
And
know.
some of the stories that we hear about police, somehow we believe that police officers, though they've gone through various amounts of training and this, that, and the third to earn their badge, that they're not some of the most fucked up humans in the world. And a lot of them are like just regular fuck ups, like not even trying to be, but just
Why do we think that we don't see videos of that type of shit?
Because, well, maybe I'm talking about from the era before all of this body cam shit. Because I'm just thinking about my dad's stories about some of his friends where he got to like pull them out of a dance club. We're like, what the fuck you doing brandishing your weapon out here at the goddamn dance club? You're a cop, you're not a thug. You know what I mean? Like one of those shits. But there are plenty of people who do it the right way on the force.
100%.
Right.
But this is why you have to crucify these 4. These 4 need to go to Gen Pop. And preferably in their police uniforms.
So let me ask. So, Buck, you're closer to the cops. You're closer.
Yeah.
Your role as a leader in the community,
As a community
as a
liaison.
leader,
As an advocate
Yes.
for nonviolence in the community.
nonviolence to the
Keep
community,
going.
right? Right.
More
As
king of
the
PVD.
King of PVD. Goddamn it! You have.
Common say, yo, since you an informant, my nigga.
I know you close to the cops. Got your wire on now.
No, but since
yeah.
your line of work has to work with the
Coincide,
police department,
yeah,
coincide with
yeah.
what the police do. Do you see that level of friction, or not even friction, just that level of good cop, bad cop mentality or approach to different?
I've seen it on street corners with guys who are what we would deem high risk individuals, guys that will be potentially carrying guns in their car, right? And there's task force at the police station that do that, right? Just ride around, and it's almost like you 3 have been identified as gang members, right? We know
Profiling.
it. Yeah, we know it. We know it. We have the arrest records, right? Your crimes have been committed together, right? You're deemed as a gang member. You've been labeled as a gang member. We see 3 of y'all in the car. The odds of a gun being in that car, highly probable.
Yeah.
Whoop. That's actually not bad policing to me.
No, so you have that, right?
We've researched.
And then all 3 of you on the curb while we check the car. And I've witnessed, right? And I'm standing there and I'm just like,
See, that's the part I don't know. Did I violate a traffic law? Or
and that's the
was
part
it
I
just-
don't know, right? As a person that's witnessing what's going on.
And that gets me to maybe a different point. That we
Unless
can talk
3
about
felons
some
identified can't be together in the
but
same
that's
spot.
only applicable here.
all of those.
If I'm in the middle of Georgia somewhere.
But the thing about Providence is that it's so small that
I could be driving with a visible shotgun in the fucking trunk.
No.
In the trunk.
But the thing
It'd be
about
fine.
Providence is, in some aspects, I think the gift and the curse about Providence is that that task force knows all 3 of you. Like they know you.
Yeah.
They've had interactions with you.
They know the
Just came
record.
home.
Yeah.
They pulling you out. Reem, what's up?
Yeah.
Kava, hey, Alex is in the car. Oh,
I'm
shit.
together, huh?
All 3 of you together? I know you're on parole. I know you're on parole.
Y'all definitely parolees.
I know you. Yeah.
Fam.
Have a seat on the curb.
So I'm a challenge.
That's
that.
good policing on that.
Right.
Do you think? And I don't know, man. I'm not saying that the possibility's high. I'm just saying, right?
Right.
But do you think that was the first time that father and son have ever hurt another human being in their lives?
No, I think they
With
are.
Ahmed?
No.
Do you think that was the first time that ever happened?
No, that can't be.
No.
Maybe not a killing, but it can't
father
be.
Maybe
was-
not a killing.
The
But it
father
can't
was
be-
in law enforcement for like 40 years.
It can't
Oh,
be something
yeah.
that they
Fam.
didn't go out and do together, right? They've
Fam.
definitely done hunting together,
This is
right?
Specifically hunting
but
niggas in the wrong location.
I've been thinking about this on the flip side. Growing up, there was officer friendly,
from there.
From there.
right?
Yeah.
Sounds
Brown
nice.
uniform.
Mm-hmm.
The kids be like, brown uniform. I said, yeah, Providence police wore brown uniforms.
Who's
at one
officer
point.
friendly?
He
The
looked
dog?
way too friendly when it
They
came
come in
into
the court. They
into
come in the classroom.
door.
Come in the classroom.
I didn't trust that dude at all. That was the first
dog,
time I
right?
ever not trusted a cop.
Talk-
When I was like, yo, that officer
basically
friendly.
he was the representative
He was like-
of the police department to say, hey,
That's
we're
Nancy
here
Reagan.
for you. We're here for you,
Nah,
right?
dog.
And I think that was the way to say, or recruit, right? Like to put in young kids' minds is that if you want to change your community, you need to become law enforcement,
I agree.
right? And so I think this social media twists that. Like, why would I want to be one of them? Right? And it goes back to I'm like, damn, this goes back to what Alex said. Do you change things from the inside?
No, I think you become an Elon Musk.
No, we can bust a name. No, that shit. Good luck with that.
Yeah, absolutely. I think,
What do
but
you
that's
mean? Why
that's
good
the
luck with
only
that?
way
And
to
what?
beat the system.
Why good luck with that?
Move to Mars.
Nope. You become an Elon. You allow the system to work with you. You are now you are now in a position.
None of us are in a
Fam,
position.
what happened to LA's tunnel? What happened to that? Does anybody know what happened to that?
The
Is there a
405?
hole somewhere in LA that we're just not?
Supposedly.
He drilled holes in LA's ground. What happened to that? There was no regulation behind it. Nobody knows what happened. It stopped. He decided to focus on SpaceX.
The underground hyper rail.
What happened to that?
But also, like, to go back to, like,
You become that.
No, but Elon Musk has enough financial backing
yeah.
Who is he?
to
How did he even become Elon Musk?
Well, no, hold on. Who's the Tesla? I just watched it the other
Yes,
day.
Elon Musk.
Yeah, Elon Musk.
No. But before there's a real guy named Tesla.
Nicholas Tesla.
Nicholas.
Nicholas
Yeah.
Tesla, right?
Electricity dude.
Yeah, electric AC versus DC.
Yeah, the car. Like,
His
that's why.
dad. He did PayPal.
Yes.
That's
PayPal.
who Elon Musk did.
That is
He
where
did
he
PayPal.
Because I've been so
But
intrigued
I
as to
also
where he came from.
like to get back to right. Police
You got it.
police was supposed to be becoming a police officer was supposed to be an honorable, noble job for the community, and
It still is.
And we talk about God. We want more people of color to be police officers, but we also we see this happen, right? So it's like, all right. I remember when we went to Ferguson for the Mike Brown thing. We came back. We did a panel discussion at PC, and then we had group discussions. And white girl comes in. I believe her father or uncle, somebody in her family was a cop. And so her reply to everything that everybody was saying about police brutality was like, well, if you just want to change it, why don't y'all just become police officers?
Well, they didn't allow.
And there was like 3 other black girls in there. They was like, what? What do you mean? And so to Alex's point is
Now they allow black cops in Ferguson.
I don't know if that's the
where
solution.
are, right, when we talk about the quote unquote good cops,
And
people
there
always
are
question,
plenty
no, there
of good
are,
cops.
but where are they when bad shit happens, right? And so this is the reason
Are
why
they allowed to post?
So
right
this
now?
is the reason why when I applied for the police department several times, it wasn't to be a cop, it was to be a representative of the community, right?
Advocate.
People know Bub. But I had people tell me, it's not you, Bub. It's the uniform.
Right.
Right? It's the history behind the uniform. Has nothing to do with you. So if you become a cop, don't become a sellout. Right? And so now more and more,
Meaning, don't be the one that sits your knees on the back of.
no, don't stand by
George's
and
leg.
watch
Yeah,
that
don't
happen.
stand by and watch that.
Watch
happen.
that happen.
Right.
Right? Like, are
Good
you
luck,
gonna
though.
are you gonna
Good
go
luck maintaining a job?
are you gonna go against the
Yes.
code?
Right.
Are you
Yeah.
gonna go against the code?
But more people have to.
Right?
When you persecute these individuals, more people will come forward.
But this is not. So that's the thing. This
Gotta
is
burn
not.
'em.
This is not an occupation where it is popular or even enforced for you to talk about anybody else's actions.
Internal affairs.
If
and shit
anything,
like that.
it is promoted.
It's not a
It's
social.
promoted.
It's not a social activist position. Right? It's not for you to
No.
go out there, put your fists in the air, and
No.
speak against the injustices.
It's for you to
Enforce
pound
the
your
law.
necks on civilians.
Enforce the law.
Nah, we know
On
somebody
civilians.
who was in the fire department, that the infamous Providence police fire department picture where he did that, and it led to problems. I think he got even expelled out of the fucking force because of that.
You're not here to be for or by the
But
people. You're
I'm
here to be
fine
for
that.
or by the department.
I'm fine by that. Not meaning that you're not coming here with the Black Lives Matter mentality because you're a cop. So all lives matter. I don't have a problem if you have no bias.
No,
The
yeah,
problem
that's
is
fine.
too many
That's
people
what
in
you're
power
supposed to come
there
in with.
have
Yeah.
a bias.
But that's not.
If you have no
As
bias,
a
I'm fine
cop,
with you
as
coming-
a cop, you're not
Good and
necessarily
bad.
trained to have no bias. That's
You're not.
That's not.
Oh, wait. Fuck, that segues right into this other fucking Cooper. White women weaponizing police officers against black men. That completely removes your bias. When a white woman who is walking her dog off the leash in Central Park gets stopped by a black man who is a bird watcher, and he says, hey, you're supposed to have your dog on the leash. Please put your dog on the leash. And she's like, no, I'm not going to do that. He starts recording her to say, I'm going to record you while you have your dog off the leash in this one specific park, the Bramble.
They call them the Karens.
Yeah. The Karens. You have to put your dog on the leash. And you know what she did? She picked up a fucking phone and she said, before she did it, she said, I'm going to tell them that I'm being threatened by an African-American male.
And then said it.
So who was at fault there?
That white woman.
Hell no.
Why?
The police is at. How can they be empowered by her? Who is she? Does she pay their monthly
Again?
Fam?
No, I'm not saying
The
that.
white woman is the stupid lady is the
No,
fault
no,
here.
bro. She is
The
by far.
ignorant, stupid
My nigga,
lady is at fault here.
That should
We have
actually
to stop doing that.
No, that should be as close to fake rape, sexual allegations.
No.
You excite the situation, just like Bub said.
You shouldn't be able to have the ability to excite the
But
situation.
you do though.
No, but you shouldn't be. You should not. A stupid, ignorant person should not have the ability to
She wasn't
excite
stupid.
the situation.
She wasn't stupid.
Son,
she wasn't
A,
ignorant.
she doesn't have a
She was
dog on a
racist.
leash. B, she's calling the cops on a bird watcher. She's definitely stupid, dog.
And she is.
She's 100% stupid.
No. She's screaming over the phone that she is being threatened and her life is in danger by an African American male. So that dispatch goes
okay.
out to the radio.
So let me ask you this: if a person calls from a nursing home and says the exact same thing that this lady said, who is at fault here?
If I show up at the nursing home,
If there is a person at a nursing home and she is doing something, whatever, there's a confrontation between her and the person outside of the gate of the nursing home, and she has the ability to call the
but the
cops. and she
stigma
calls-
doesn't apply to old people. You know, black people
No, I'm
have
not saying
this
she's
stigma of
old.
fear.
I'm not saying she's old. I'm saying she's at a nursing home, which a nursing home could be a rehabilitation center, right?
Okay.
It could be that you suffer from dementia. It could be whatever. However, that lady had the ability to call the cops. Are we saying that the cops should feel empowered to do anything to the gentleman or the lady outside of that fence due to what the lady from the nursing home said?
I'm not saying that.
Same thing.
What I'm not
Since
saying
that one
that.
is engaged and one's not.
No, what I'm saying is that you should be penalized for making a false report, especially one that will excite. You are weaponizing police brutality against black people. She weaponized it, bro.
100% agree with that.
Right.
You
Yeah,
should be
right.
penalized.
If she would have said, "There's a man
That's a
here
false report.
threatening me, this, that, and the third,"
she
no
specifically-
problem. She said,
false
"I'm going to
report
tell my
specifically.
African
It's
American
not a
male is
felony.
here
False
because
report's
I
not a
know y'all
felony,
get
but it is a
choked out in
misdemeanor.
New
It's a
York."
crime.
false reporting
Is a crime.
should be fucking taxed
Right?
heavy. $500,000 on the like
She
what?
literally
She lost
service-
everything.
You're gonna
as
have to
a
go to
result.
court to fight.
Community
this.
service,
Yeah.
everything.
Now,
Yeah.
the
Down.
reason why I'm more concerned about her is because I already know the white cop with the knee on the neck. I already know he exists.
Yeah.
I'm sad that he does, but I know he exists. What I didn't know was that there are individuals in the world right now that will weaponize that.
And because
that
there's no
was even
penalty to it.
No penalty to it.
I can do it.
Not only-
I
not
can do
only-
it randomly.
Not only weaponize that, And again, this is where I
Might get the right cop.
This is where I still blame the organization. Not only are there people that have the power to weaponize an organization, but there are people within the organization that will allow.
We'll be excited about it. Oh, hold on. I'll take that one, John. I'm on it. African American.
7.5 minutes.
Yep.
No, all right.
I'll make it there in 4. Can't wait. I've been looking for Jamal all week.
And that's what we need the cop to be like, listen, why'd you call us over here?
And honestly, I need the cops to lock her up.
I don't think the cops are a community organization anymore.
You're not burning them enough.
That's not what they're here for.
So
they're not here to protect us.
So, been here.
I think that mentality has to change.
Yeah.
So
Italian cops in Italian neighborhoods are community.
When people,
Irish cops in Irish neighborhoods are community.
Maybe.
Yeah.
No, so there's a term called community policing. And what we have done, we had conversations in the community that like that shouldn't be a term. That should actually be part of policing, is community. You're here to protect and serve the community you work in. So community policing shouldn't be a term that you just say, hey, we practice community policing. No, it should be something that's already embedded in what you do as a police officer. And so that's why, like, even though that task force pulled you 3 over, part of what they do is knowing who they're pulling over, right?
How ready are y'all to die for this?
I think it's incentivized because, just like my previous example, even in rural areas or in countryside areas where you have these 2 gentlemen, this father and son, right? That clearly this is not the first time.
1 courtroom, one judge.
I don't think that this was the first time with that stupid ass fucking lawyer that they had, right?
Absolutely.
So clearly there's some sort of thing that's happening or things that have happened in the past that this collection, this group was empowered to fucking brush under the fucking
But
law.
just think about Chicago. I've been to Chicago.
In jail now.
I've been to Chicago.
Thankfully, yeah.
I've been to Chicago, right? And so the Daley family ran Chicago for years, right? They were dictators. Father was the mayor, the son was the mayor, right? And so it was ingrained within the office, right? We're the Daleys. We're going to dictate what happens in the city. It's no longer a democracy of, hey, how you feel and how you feel, right? So if that can happen in a big city like Chicago, it's definitely happening in cities like this, right? 1 judge. You only go through this 1 judge all the time, right?
And I golf with.
Anytime you have,
I golf with.
Anytime you have a town that has a sheriff's office, that shows you how small the town is, right? And how they know everybody and everything is ran through them. And so when you have these type of incidents, you know this is not the first time.
Yo, you got to hit one of these white cops with the electric chair. That's it. I don't think it's going to take a monumental windfall or change or this, that, and that. You just need to let the police officers know that if you abuse your power and it costs somebody their life, we are going to take yours.
But I also think there needs to be another layer added to your recruitment.
Oh, yeah.
Right? FBI needs to be involved. No, like to your recruitment, like we need to do a full analysis of your whole entire life.
Like an audit type of thing.
Yes.
It's not that easy to become a cop, even on a local level.
Yeah, it is.
Well, not local.
I didn't.
City level. They talking about.
And I didn't get in.
That's what I'm saying. It's not easy.
No. The process is easy. It's a psyche valve.
Yeah, the sign of the process may be easy, but the overall determination of whether or not you'll be a cop, like they figured you'd be more of an advocate than you would be a police officer. And they were right.
No, I was yeah.
You failed the mile?
No, I didn't fail any. I didn't fail any of the physical part.
You didn't have the 4.3?
You failed the
4.3?
I had a couple of little things on the BCI. But yeah. But it's not hard. It's not as difficult as people. The actual academy is probably the difficult part, but the process to get to the academy is kind of easy.
Yo, man, outside of Reem's pops, just fuck the police.
I ain't mad at you, man. Now I got other friends that's police officers and all that. Brian, Brian Ramos. I ain't saying none of that. Primo,
Philly's little brother's a cop, right? Like I got guys on the force that I know and I watch grow up, and guys I grew up with that are on the force. And so I'm not mad at the people that are on the force because they know at the end it's a good retirement, right? It feeds their family.
I am. That's a problem.
I get it, but you can't control that. You can't control
How
that.
come the police office, the police department, why is it any different from the NFL? In the NFL, it is a league dominated by African American athletes, right? Fuck the NFL. But now they're building these concessions now that might impact draft picks if you have a black GM or a black coaching staff.
Said we don't like,
right? I don't like it, but why are we not thinking about that with policing? Who are the most over incarcerated population of people in the world? Black people. So who knows how to police black people better than black people?
1 out of 3 in South Providence are on parole, probation.
Right. So can I get some more black police chiefs
in one neighborhood?
Damn.
Can I get some more black lieutenants, captains, sergeants, not just police officers?
So I'm not mad at people.
No, because then you have to change the methodology of the police.
That shit'd be a lot smoother. If you walked up to me, I'd be like, "Hey, man, look, I done fucked up, bro. Oh man, look, you can take me in if you want to, or maybe just drop me off for the ticket."
Drop me off for the ticket.
No, and I think there's truth to. that.
That shit works for everybody else.
But why are you acting like you've never seen videos of New York cops, a lot of them being black, harassing black people?
I'm not. Honestly, I will not give us all a pass.
No.
Some niggas require harassment.
Stop and frisk.
But New York, Alex, you got to think about how many. You got to think about how many police officers are in New York, right? And so think about the
35,000,
and think about
40,000.
The small portion of those that are doing that, right? I'm talking about Providence, right? Very small, where has less brutality type situations. Right, I'm not saying they don't have them; they have them.
So one time they hand me up, dog.
But I think there is something to say about cops knowing their community. Right, It's hard in New York to know. You can't know everybody. It's impossible. Providence, like those task force guys, they know Reem.
Right, especially if you're a cop from Staten Island that works out in Queens.
Not because we watched you grow up. Well, we did kind of watch you grow up, but we know your profile. We know felon, car stop. They ain't supposed to be together. Parole, probation, whatever. The stipulations of parole, probation is that you can't be around other felons.
Right.
That's it. And I see you next to this other felon.
Probable cause. Whoop.
That's
pull
it.
up.
Everyone out.
Go sit
That's
on
why
the
I said
curb.
that was good policing.
Right. And I see that happen a lot. But I'm also watching as a standby, like, long as they ain't putting hands on the 3 of you. And I'm not saying that you don't get any trauma from always getting pulled over.
Do you sit back there and think like, please don't have no gun in this car. Please don't have no gun in this car.
Oh, always. because
how many times have they not had the gun in the car?
The 3 of you know me and like, yo, Bub, you ain't gonna do nothing.
If you ain't got no gun in the car, I can help you. You ain't got no gun in the car.
But also the reason why, like, to your comment, right, is the need for me to be known by the police is necessary, right? Because now they can turn around. Damn, that's Bub. He's a street worker. He's a good dude. He's always in the community. He's helping guys.
There's a reason why he's here.
Fellas, we can't do nothing to these niggas, man.
Right, we're not gonna beat them up in front of Bub.
We gotta make this clean.
Yeah,
because I can make a call to the chief right now. Like,
legit.
Bub,
But like we've always said, I mean, unfortunately, Bub is only like for one Bub is like for like hundreds of thousands of people.
Yeah, but I look at it like, I don't know if
it won't correct itself. I promise you, it has to be corrected, and you need to crucify these niggas. Like the 3 other cops,
they gotta be heavy penalties.
The 3 other cops go to jail for sure.
Like the standard gotta be different from
get
a civilian committing murder and a cop committing murder, because there are different standards for people of color doing certain crimes.
Should we become like different states, like different countries, like Europe?
I'm not against that. Like New England.
I think we talk about communities
versus
all the
Midwest
time on this podcast. I think that is a brilliant
versus
idea.
Bible Belt.
Yeah, because I mean we're kind of different already.
Like Canada,
they speak differently. People in the South speak
Ontario versus Montreal, right. And territories.
Yeah,
who would be the
have a president for a different territories?
Nope, they have one president.
Maybe consider have a different president for different territories.
As long as this shit gets rid of the electoral college, I'm fine with it. I'm not against it.
Well, because I'm looking at it. What do you like? Do you think that would allow people to migrate to areas around the country
That are more suitable for them. And
that's what I was thinking.
I honestly feel like we probably already migrated to what's more suitable in us. You know, like, I'm never moving to Montana.
There's a lot of land there.
Yeah, but I can move to San
I
Diego
don't know.
though.
San Diego?
Move to the
You hit the
Ozarks.
lottery?
No, not from a financial
You hit
perspective,
the lottery?
but San Diego's dope
San Diego's beautiful.
if you don't have to pay for shit.
You got 700 on that. I'm not against the territory thing as far as states like that, but you know what? The individuality for each one of the states is what makes us different. It does make us special in that fact, but it does cause complications where you can have a Minneapolis situation, you can have the Georgia situation, you can still have the same shit in Staten Island, New York. It's just police brutality is universal, whether it's broken up in states or territories. But we gotta start crucifying these fucking cops. That this shit, 10 minutes of your neck or your knee on someone's neck, and he pisses out, and you don't take his pulse,
Where was this? Mississippi?
Minneapolis.
Minneapolis, Minnesota.
and he
Minneapolis.
pisses out,
This
and you
is
don't
north.
take his pulse.
Has anyone seen the reaction since
Of
the rioting and
Hell yeah.
the
Pepper
Because that's why I
spray.
asked you,
It's
are y'all
typical-
ready to die for this?
It's typical
'Cause
shit.
it's-
Typical shit.
That's a good
Like the
question.
pepper spray.
that's a good question. You ready to die?
I'm not ready to die, but I'm not ready to live in a world where Megatron might be subjected to this.
You ready to die? For
So I've done protesting. I went to Ferguson.
All right. Okay.
I went to Ferguson. It's terrifying, right? When you get down there, it's like I'm ready.
Then the shit kick
Oh
off.
shit! There's armed policemen down here.
Mhm.
There's tanks down here. They got assault rifles. Shit.
I'm in this racist ass town that killed the nigga I came down here to see
support.
about, and now they gonna kill.
God damn.
So
I'm getting close.
Have you seen them, the quote unquote rioters attacking?
No.
Retaliating. I'm sorry, not attacking. I want to say attack. Retaliating. Breaking police cars,
Yep.
police windows.
Yep.
I'll ask the question because I've been going back and I think I told you, so I've been listening to our old episodes. I listened to 1 and 2 a couple days ago. We were good.
They were there.
Aside from the audio, we were pretty good.
We were all right. We were experts then?
Hmm?
We were like
No.
premature experts?
Yeah, but
No, it wasn't until you
I-
added me to the
I-
podcast.
Reem was
There
like,
you
no,
go.
not until I got it.
No, it wasn't until you added me.
You guys added bubs. I just came up here arguing.
I think I asked the question once before, so I'll ask it again. What is the proper method of protesting?
There is none. I think for me, no violence.
Why?
See, that's my problem right now,
'Cause-
Bub. I want to stay nonviolent, but if
No,
they let these four walk,
I get it.
I'm gonna
I-
feel
I
real
get
fucking
it.
violent.
So you
I get
texted
it.
into one of the group chats, and I'm not going to say everything you said, but you said that this one hurts you more than any other one.
It did,
Why?
man. It's just a compound of everything, and to watch that this cop just sat there with his knee on his neck. This ain't a chokehold, right? And I'm not saying chokeholds are good.
But a chokehold involves a struggle, a fight.
I can see like,
There's
yo,
no fucking fight.
calm down. I'm not letting you go until you calm down. This was like subdued already on the ground.
no fight.
Your knee on his neck, no restraint, no fight back, other than I can't breathe.
And
he-
3 other niggas
and
with
he's
you.
yelling out for his mother. Like, come on. Like, I was just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it was
Right. And so had we had this podcast when I saw that video at first, listen, like, we protesting, whatever happens. But I also know we're not gonna win. We can't win that war with a protest where we're gonna be violent. If people, and I'm not suggesting that people go down there with guns and assault rifles, but if you don't win it. You're just gonna get shot, pepper sprayed, all that other shit. And so I think there is a way to protest in a way where it's not violent and get your voices heard. The protest just got to be consistent.
Yes.
So if we got to protest for months, we got to protest for months. Right?
Until they get in front of a jury
Yes.
of African American peers
Right.
and then sentenced. If they don't go to jail, I've been watching Dexter a lot. This is how I'm feeling about this guy. This guy just made my list. if I was Dexter, this guy just made my list.
He's the
an evil
Megatron
person.
that's the psychopath. Take him in the backyard.
Yeah,
Shotgun.
you can't be around. He had his hands in his pocket at one point.
He did. Like,
Yeah, fuck that guy.
He's
just
just
like-
sitting there with his hands in his pocket, his knee on the
And
back
looking
of
at the
that
camera,
human
too,
being's
like-
neck, fuck that person.
You're not gonna shut up?
I pray the prosecutor does the right thing, the district attorney does the right thing here and brings them all.
in my
front of
mind,
a
it was like,
trial.
oh, they're fired, so they're not cops.
Mm.
Drop their addies.
Mm.
Drop their addies.
What do you think, Alex?
What's up?
What's the right way?
I kind of agree with Bob a little bit, saying if we're going to protest, let's protest. Let's not make it a couple days.
Let's not do it for social media. Let's not do the hashtag thing,
and
right?
And this is my issue.
That's
with
social media.
The social media thing.
Right.
I become so cynical with social media that I don't know what's real and what's fake.
Right.
I don't know when you're actually doing something to do it because you really mean it,
Right.
or you're doing it for the likes. And I know that there's a lot of wiggle room. Like you'll say that,
It's awareness, right? I want to put awareness out there.
yeah, and
But-
that's cool, I guess. But I mean, there's other ways of doing that. But it can't just be I'm going to protest for a day,
Right.
2 days, a week. But this is why capitalism
I didn't even
works.
post
But
about
why-
it. I didn't even post about it, and I'm the
I
capitalist.
did
in there.
I did
didn't even
post
So-
on my IG.
Him and Cooper. I'm telling you, I'm more afraid of her. This one cop, I think he's
People
gonna
that
see his day
weaponize
in
the
court.
police, right?
But the people just calling the fucking cops, because if I give you the story that my life is in jeopardy, now you can feed off of that with your brutality to say I felt like my life was in jeopardy. I had to lay him down, and you can concur with the witness here. Even her life was in jeopardy. I wasn't even ready for that shit, bro. I didn't even know that was happening like that. I know the barbecue Becky's and this, that, and the third, sticklers, assholes.
Right.
When I was on a walkway the other day, lady she rolled by. She said, "You're walking on the wrong side."
Yeah, you got those.
I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
all right.
All right.
There's some people.
So
who,
you're saying it would be her fault if she called the cops on you, and you got apprehended? It would be her fault, not the cops' fault.
no, it would be everybody's fault involved. However,
No, it would be
she
the cops' fault.
She is exciting.
She
That's
is.
like
She's
saying-
just-
No, she's not. She's making
that's-
a phone call.
No. That's like saying the people who engage in the riot aren't guilty. If I excited the riot,
No. Time out.
Cops do respond to information. They respond to
A
information.
riot is a completely different situation than a lady calling a cop.
and she
And
is,
v- and-
but
and-
she is lying and saying that her life is in danger and a
Cops
black
respond
man
to information,
is
though. They
threatening
respond to
her
information.
life.
Exactly. So
Red
as a
guy,
cop,
red guy,
as a cop,
khaki
shouldn't
pants
you,
has a gun.
as a cop,
So every guy that has a red pants.
That's
red
all I have
shirt,
to say
red-
is he has a
red
gun.
khakis.
As soon as a cop shows up, his gun is
shouldn't
out.
you have ways to confirm that information?
No.
If I hear that there's a gun involved,
No.
as soon as I show up,
How?
I have my gun out.
How?
Now I'm
How
sitting there
not?
like
You are in the community.
Mm.
How do you
All
not
I
have,
heard- all
time out. Hold on. How do you not have a way as a police officer? How do you not have a way to confirm one lady giving you a phone call saying, "Khaki, if there's not a way to this is a problem. I think
It is.
If there's not a way to confirm that I can walk out of this house right now tonight, and that your neighbor can be like, hey, there's a guy and he's driving a Nissan Pathfinder and he's wearing these type of clothes and he's out of here. He got tons of guns.
And guess what?
Mhm.
Guess what car gets pulled over for the whole
you
night?
get pulled over.
Until they find the guy with the guns.
That's fine.
Every Nissan Pathfinder.
That's fine.
There might be a Nissan Pathfinder with a gun.
That's fine. If something happens
Like what?
to me,
Right.
right? If something happens to me by these police officers, there should be huge repercussion to the police department because something happened to me.
Absolutely. Depending on.
But all I'm saying is
That's
all
not
I'm
how I
saying
see
is-
this playing out at all.
All I'm saying is, but because this is a group think type of department and society,
That part is true.
it is going to rely on information that is against its predetermined objectives. That is my my objective.
No,
that is my
because
view.
now you're making yourself more valuable than the victim who's on a phone call, right? So we don't know who's what, right? Without being biased, here's how I see it playing out. And I'll put myself in these shoes. I'm the birdie. And I'm like, yo, I told you to put your dog on a leash. I'm going to record you because I'm going to report you for putting your dog on a leash. You go into theatrics. White woman, Central Park, the Bramble, African-American male, threatening my life, threatening my dog's life. Please send the police. Right? Cop comes. Only thing the cop knows is that there is an African-American male threatening the life of a white woman.
Yep.
Right? Yep. So he shows up to the scene. Yep. Now I'm standing there. I am African-American. Mm-hmm. She is, oh, thank God you're here. Now I got to de-escalate, right? I got to get to the bottom of it. Mm-hmm. As he's getting to the bottom of it, I'm looking like, fuck you doing consoling her? She's the one violating the rules. Sir, calm down.
Yeah. Right.
No, what are you talking about? Calm down. You came here looking for me, but you should be looking for her.
That is my point.
Sir, you are demonstrating an agitated posture right now. I just need you to calm down.
I'm coming here to protect the person that made the phone
call.
That is my point. That is my point. That is not the fault of the stupid, ignorant civilian.
It's 100% our fault.
That person should be reprimanded.
Dave, I agree with you.
That person should be reprimanded.
That's
not her fault.
Dave, if Angel walked in the house, beat the fuck up.
Why is the cop telling you to calm down?
If Angel walked in the house, beat the fuck up, and he pointed out that nigga right there did it.
Yep.
Are you going to be listening to that nigga right there story, or are you going to be listening to Angel's story?
Angel's my son. These people have no relativity at all.
But it's the information that you have, not the information you're looking for.
But you are a community leader, so I am assuming that as a community, as a cop, as a community leader, which is what you're supposed to be,
They're really not though.
But it's what you're supposed.
They're not.
So now we're talking. So if we're gonna get into semantics,
supposed to be fair.
If we're gonna get into semantics, we're never gonna get to the bottom of this.
This is why I said earlier, right?
False report. You agreed. Go to jail.
There's cops that get onto the job, good salary, good retirement.
Do my 20. Not here.
Do my time.
Yep.
Done. I do all my time on patrol. I don't want to be a detective. I don't want to be a sergeant. I don't want to be a lieutenant.
Preferably. Evidence lockup would be nice for me.
Right. Give me a desk job.
Mm-hmm.
Put me in the administration office.
I'm not arguing any
right?
of that.
And
that's an issue.
So they don't come on as to be community leaders.
We need that work.
You can't be. You can't. This is paramilitary we're talking about. You can't speak against the power.
That job, I'm not talking about what is available in the power structure within or in the structure or in the hierarchy of a police officer.
It's not meant to be a community leader job.
That's what I'm saying.
I let you guys rock. I don't want.
That's what I'm saying.
They're not superhuman.
I'm with you.
The badge don't make you superhuman.
I'm with you.
It shouldn't.
But
it shouldn't. It should make you. It should make you a police.
The people.
It should make you police.
You should.
And this
should
is why.
be able to police.
But this is why I agree with you when I say you burn everybody.
When you walk up to a situation like that, white women, Asian women, black women, fucking white male, black male, whatever the fuck. When you walk up to a situation like that, you should be able to police. However, because the system is not designed that way,
there are more factors. Historical reference. Have I seen a situation like this before?
Have I heard of a situation like this before?
No.
You should be able to police, is what I'm saying. What I mean by that is that you should be able to go through some training to ensure that you understand your community.
Is there enough training for that?
You should be able to, then you're not policing.
Let's go back to social media, right?
I'm fine with saying that the training aspects within police is inadequate. I'm fine with that. But I don't understand why we're not taking more leg shots. Like, why are we not taking more?
No, but just go
why
back.
Is everything center mass?
Let's go back to social media, right?
Like, I want that in there.
If I'm an 18-year-old or if I'm a 15-year-old or 16-year-old, however old I am, between 12 and 18, right? And usually that's the time where I'm deciding on what I want to do with my life, right?
When?
It's at 12.
Shit, I'm fucking 38. I don't know.
No,
yet.
I get that. But I'm just saying, as a kid, you're impressionable, right? Like I'm thinking about careers and You know, people were bringing their father and their dad to school for career day and showing me. And I just saw George Floyd get choked out by a police officer.
Yep.
Right? That uniform, to me, forever is a stain.
Casually as
I don't
fuck.
care.
Unless
I
they
don't
bring him to
care
justice.
if Alex puts it on. And I grew up with Alex.
Yep.
You're one of them. Right? It's almost the same thing when I talk about when I hire within the street worker department, right? And I make somebody a supervisor. There's a power dynamic there.
Mm-hmm.
And no matter, and it happened to me when you're a regular street worker, I'm on the streets with the guys, and all our complaints are together. Damn, they're always telling us what to do. Boom, boom, boom. And then when I become the guy that tells you what to do, those street workers are like, nah, bub, you ain't one of us.
I'm fine with that.
But that's what happens, right? So
I don't want the police to be one of us. I want them to be better than us.
But that's not.
They're humans.
That's a standard.
Yeah, I don't know if that's the case.
Yeah.
You can't.
But to your point,
But like, so it's
training,
now. So
all of these things that
I just want them.
de-escalation.
All I'm saying is that I think
unbiasedness.
they are as responsible as they are accountable. And when we get to a place where we start blaming simple-minded civilians
No, Dave.
for their actions,
Don't limit that to this. It's called, Dave.
for
I'm
their
talking
actions
about fake rape
against
allegations. I'm talking about
when
any fake allegation.
Bro, whenever we start whenever we do not punish that action, and instead of punishing that action, we blame them and let free the people that should be
what
punishing
you're
that
saying is
action, that's a problem to me, man.
Two things should
I'm not
happen
saying let go.
simultaneously, right? It's not to say that these can't happen at the same time, right?
Right.
The person that makes the call,
Yep.
the
Yes.
Karens, the barbecue Beckys, punish the police officers
That overreacts.
that punish.
Punished.
You're not policing.
I'm
So
fine
I'm
with
with
that.
you.
I'm fine
I'm
with
with
both. It's the same, like a bomb threat. You call a bomb threat in,
And you're not policing in the most dire situations, because now you have an idiot. If an idiot is able to cause you
She
to not
wasn't
police,
that- she worked for Franklin Capital. She's
you
like
sent something
committed.
to the
She
group
was-
chat and just a picture because I didn't click on
No,
it.
but bro,
idiotic.
She's walking in Central Park with a dog. She's
got
a
a mask on?
finance major. She's
But
in-
that doesn't mean, just because you have a degree doesn't mean that
No,
you're not an idiot.
I know. I don't have one. I know plenty of idiots with one. But what I'm saying
Perfect.
is, she wasn't. You know,
She's not.
she wasn't.
All right, so she's not stupid. She's not.
You know how smart she is? She knew that the threat of calling the cops on an African American man should influence you enough to leave.
She
She
knew-
wasn't. She never wanted the cops to come.
No.
She wanted him to leave.
She knew she had the right to be able to do that.
So she's
That-
weaponizing.
No. That's the problem.
I agree.
Is that
I agree.
her access was provided. Hey, you have administrator access to the police.
Dave, you have the access to be a racist right now if you want to. Whether or not you choose to be, is different.
You know something? I have the access to be a racist, but because I was drawn a particular way, it's going to make even the people in my community more look at me in a comical way before they start reacting to me. But if I was white and I was racist, the moment that I said some shit, the moment that I was like, yo, my nigga, there would be no question about my mentality as far as anybody else would be concerned.
I want to give a
You
shout
see
out.
what I'm saying?
I want to give a shout out to her employer, her former employer, fired, Central Park, banned her from the park. Even the dog got taken away because she
Fuck
was
that dog.
choking the
that
dog while she was
That dog didn't want to be there.
making up this fake allegation about this nigga threatening her
Yo,
life.
I'm telling you, fuck people like that all day long.
Yeah.
But we cannot allow people like that to
But
be able
have
to
to punish
have
them.
the power. Once there's power over that, we got to be like, yo, no.
Right.
have to
Get outta
punish
here.
it.
Because it stops
Yeah,
everybody
punish
else from trying to make a
Because
false.
it incites.
I think we're on the same page. We blame both sides. If she does it and it's false, punishment. If the cops show up and do anything other than de-escalate, they assume or they have a bias, punishment.
Right.
I think we're in agreement on that one for sure.
Because nobody wins now.
No.
If either
You know who loses? The nigga who just got shot in Central Park
done.
for telling her
Right.
to stick to the rules.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't want to end it because it's so good, but we got to go.
Honestly,
It's
it
long.
was
This was a good one.
It was a rough week.
We could keep going, but
It was a rough week, man. We had a lot to get off our chest.
The experts
Thank
doing
God for the
expert things.
DMX though, because I came in here.
Yeah.
I came in here ready to go.
Corona?
Go no, fuck Corona.
Oh.
White people.
Oh shit! Yeah.
but thank God
Fuck
y'all
white
talked
America?
to
Y'all saw my text. I had to calm myself down.
Fuck
You know what?
Well,
That's my
fuck
honorable mention. My honorable mention.
Hey, if you're not voting for Biden,
yeah,
You
you're
ain't
not
black.
voting. You ain't black.
Yo, Joe Biden kissed my black ass.
Is that what
He kissed
is
my
that
black
what we're
ass.
ending with?
Yo, Joe Biden might have lost his fight. He might have lost my fucking vote with that bullshit.
That's just not funny, bro. Like you
Yo,
you
I'm
can't
telling
make
you.
that joke.
I'm telling
All right,
you.
so we're
He
still
can't-
going.
He can't make that joke, man. He can't make that joke.
It's not the people, man. It's not the people. I'm telling you right now. It's not the people. Hey, all right. So honorable mention.
Y'all still want to vote for Joe Biden?
Who said? Wait,
I was
what do you
never
mean?
voting for Joe
What
Biden.
do you mean? You,
All right. So, well, then if you ain't voting for Joe Biden, then that must mean.
What if-
My
ain't
world,
voting.
my world is in black and white. That means I'm not voting.
what if I? Yeah, there you go.
Oh,
You have a choice.
okay.
I do have a choice.
You have a choice.
You don't have a choice. You give your choice to everyone else.
I have been.
No,
I have
no.
been fortunate enough.
You gotta hope.
I
If
have
you don't
been
vote, you hope.
I have
Vote
been
is a hope. Vote is always a hope. It's a pray.
it's
Not
a
hoping
prayer-
is
it's a
definitely a
prayer-
hope.
It's a prayer if you are involved in that particular system.
No, I always say this, just like a prayer, right? A prayer is a wish.
I don't pray.
No, let me finish. A prayer.
I'm arguing everything today, dog.
A prayer is a wish without action.
No, I agree.
Right? So a vote is the same thing.
I agree with you. I agree.
You don't
I
go
agree.
to the ballot and just, hey, this is what
But
I vote
if you
for.
don't
I agree.
vote,
It has to be action behind it. You hold people accountable.
I agree.
You don't just sit back and say, I voted for that person and
But if you don't
did my
vote,
due-
you shouldn't have any expectation.
right? Yeah, fine with Donald
I never
Trump
do.
doing another 4.
Neither do I.
I never
So,
do. I understand what
I ain't
did.
voting for Biden.
Right.
Tell you that shit right now. Neither, and I never voted for Trump
I'm waiting for the vice president
No, well, I have-
nominee. I'm waiting for the card.
because I don't believe in politics,
Holler.
and neither do I believe that there
You
will
better
ever be
believe in
any
politics.
agenda that will be above or beyond the politic agenda.
Well, we start off.
Honorable mention. I'm sorry. Honorable mention.
I've been
Start
Honorable
telling you,
off
I
with
get
the
rid of
list.
these politicians, but y'all don't
Right.
want to listen to me.
mention.
I got two again. Right.
All right, well, you already heard mine. What did I just say?
The
The
rabbit
rabbit
hole.
hole.
Rabbit hole.
The rabbit hole.
I got two. And it's nobody, well, one of is very specific, but the other is to what I'm seeing, the hip hop culture in Rhode Island, exclusively in Providence, man, has been dope. Cam Bells
Shouts to Cam.
Shout out to Cam.
put out a freestyle. Hill Holla celebrated
to
4
Hill.
years for Outside Providence. D Gomes doing his thing.
That's 3 already.
But, you know,
That's a lot of work.
Did
that
you
I
ever
gotta-
get
that's
the
a lot of work
one-on-one?
I got to
You
do.
don't
Did
gotta
you ever
put
get the
out-
one-on-one with him now?
who?
No, he didn't.
Cam, nah.
We need that.
I can get it, but no, hip hop culture in Rhode Island, specifically, and then doing the web panel today. Shout out to the Nonviolence Institute and all my coworkers, man, and the work we've been putting in since the pandemic hit.
Thank you.
Putting ourselves at risk and exposed to the community.
Even before COVID.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, we're
right,
talking about a different type of risk.
right. So yeah, shout out to the Nonviolence Institute and hip hop culture in Rhode Island.
I'm going way left. My honorable mentions this week are to the good white men and women of the world. I do not want to hold this anger that I have inside of me watching that video of George Floyd getting choked out against you all. And I have plenty of good white people in my life. I'm not asking you to raise torches or start the protest or anything like that, but acknowledge that
Start the revolution.
it's different out here for us, and just continue to be good white folk, man. I'll continue to be a good brother. Continue to be good white folk and denounce this type of bullshit. If somebody talks to you, denounce it. You know what I mean? I'm not saying post it, but in your conversations, let it be known that this is never okay. So my honorable mention to the good white men and women of the world, of America. Do your part.
My honorable mention is Styles David, Ghost Your Enthusiasm. Styles P new album.
Another one?
Another
This
one.
guy is.
It came out like last week, no?
Shit came out like last week. It's pretty good too. Like it's like I listened to it. I was thinking like here we go, right? Like another one. This is gonna be, and I'm like,
Yo, is
I
Styles
listened
P
to it
the
3
Prince
times.
of the Locks?
Like I don't know,
But
like,
he's a bar
3
spitter,
times.
so it's
he has like 1,000 tracks in a vault somewhere.
There's like 2
it's
sentimental tracks. There's like
put it on the beat.
like it's a good album. Like it's
I don't believe. I do
album.
believe you.
I
I
love
told myself
Styles.
to listen to Gangsta and the Gentleman. We were listening to I Am.
oh yeah.
Gangsta and Gentleman is. Ooh.
I told myself to listen to Gangsta and Gentleman.
Sheik used to be my favorite locks until I really started to listen to Styles, and then Styles.
Styles
was
is
like,
that guy.
okay.
man.
Shout out to Styles. Styles been going
Styles
out,
P.
been going
Okay.
crazy on
Guy.
Twitter lately.
Vegan, no?
He's
Yeah.
been going
Yeah, working out, all
uber
that.
crazy on
Juicing
Twitter
vegan.
lately.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
I shouldn't even say crazy. He's been
I follow him, but I haven't been on social media. I've been
Shout
taking a
out to
break.
Styles.
Like gotta take a break.
Mm.
Yeah, man. Yeah, good podcast.
November
podcast.
5.
Yes.
95. Like, follow, share, comment.
You guys happy I let you go?
Yeah,
I didn't stop you.
yeah. You know,
I appreciate
We
it.
have a choice, Alex.
especially. Yeah, we do have. Yeah, tell him. Buck.
Supreme Leader. Don't forget, Supreme Leader, audio controller.
King of
This
PBD.
motherfucker.
What you thought that headband made him cool? Shit is still real out here, boy.
You want me
Get
to
your
make-
top
you want me to
back.
call?
We out. Peace.
Alex, I'll make a call right now and have you pulled over